At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bringing it up the floor on that left side, driving the kick out, trying to go back to back. Buckets for Emerson Maslak. They collided with each other. Thankfully, nobody hurt. Talon from way downtown. He hit that one from Wyandotte. Shawnick back the other way, weaving our way through, surveying up the court, finds Schooler, takes it inside and finishes with the left hand. And back-to-back possessions of the Chieftains able to get the stop. Now can they capitalize on them? McGuire for three, hits good on the step back. Knifes into the lane. Oh, look at the English. Rowe, Steinfeld back to Carlton, gets around Marsh, count the bucket.
This is Tonganoxie Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Another varsity doubleheader on tap here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. The Chieftains back in action coming out of tournament play at the Tonga Invitational. They host the Bonner Springs Braves, the first matchup of what's going to be two in the coming 8 days Denny, against these Braves. It starts here tonight on Tonga Sports Live, as always presented by Kansas Insurance. See how they can help you protect what matters most by calling 913-369-6600. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, as always, in the booth here with you guys this evening, live inside Chieftain Arena as we cruise along into the S&S Body pregame show, having a nice conversation. Lachlan McGrath coming up, sharing some words with us here before the we officially went live. We'll share more of what he was talking about a little bit later on. Exciting stuff for the senior, for the boys squad. But we got the girls game coming up here in just a little bit. Let's talk about these Lady Chieftains, Denny. What a showing they had at the tournament. 2-1 they finished. They finished runners up, making it all the way to the championship game against St. James. They lose that game 56-40. It was their highest finish at the tournament since 2008 when they won the entire thing, when they won it in 08 and when they won it in 07, part of a back-to-back repeat finish. They had wins over 5A Leavenworth and 6A Olathe East. They lost to 5A St. James in a tournament. Like I said, it was probably one of their better all-around showings in the tournament we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, no question about it, partner. And we talked to Coach Eckert after the tournament. And, he was really pleased. he thought that was the best that they'd played since the tournament at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, at Garden City is the one that you're alluding to, and I could 100% agree with it. Kind of the same thing. You win your first two, you play it close in the championship game, you come up just a little bit short, but great showings nonetheless. Now they play Bonner Springs tonight. The Lady Braves ranked number 6 in 5A, 8-4 overall, 4-2 in Frontier League play. And they come in with a win this past Tuesday, just 2 nights ago, at home against Paola, 53-37. A game where the Panthers kind of had the momentum. They had the advantage in the first half of that game, but it's a tale of two halves, like they say. Bonner really cruising away in the second, in the third, and fourth quarters, and they snapped a 3-game losing streak with that win as well, as these two teams are facing off for the first time this season. They're going to play again next Friday at Bonner Springs, so we're going to get very familiar with the Braves here in the next few 8 days or so, Denny.
Yeah, no question about it, and that's my old alma mater, so I'm looking forward to that.
Always
visiting the old alma mater again.
Yeah, always good. Always means something a little special between you and I when it's Tonganoxie and Bonner Springs. For the Lady Braves, their only Frontier League losses, 4-2 overall, only losing to Eudora and to Ottawa. And for the Chieftains, this is their 5th straight game tonight, playing a team that is Class 5A or higher. So they just continue to kind of churn out these great games. Spring Hill and Bonner obviously being in the Frontier League, but some of those others with the tournament and everything, they just continue to try to play great basketball. Both set the schedule up as much as they can going into sub-state action, hopefully coming around in the first week of March or so. We'll have more coming up for you here in the SNS Body pregame show, and we return on Tongi Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Here at the SNS Body pregame show. They've been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work since 1972. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at SNSautoandbody.com or by calling 913-369-3557. 3-1-9-3 as we're about 3.5 minutes away from the opening tip-off. Game one of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Braves on Tongi Sports Live. It's time to take a look at our Players Spotlight side presented by Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. You're looking over on that Bonner Braves side, losing some seniors from last year, still keeping a strong core of players together, a group of seniors you could even say, and they're led by the 5'5" senior, number 4, Nia Anderson, a second-team All-League honorable selection last year as a junior. She was honorable mention as a sophomore, and she was also a 5A state all-state honorable mention selection last year as well. And if you talk about the success and the point production of Bonner Springs, they like to take it through Nia Anderson, averaging double figures coming into this game here tonight. You can also throw in the 5'8" senior Chastity Sample, also earning honorable mention all-league selections last season, filling in a big spot down low. Imagine her and Addie Schooler. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch here tonight. And for the Chieftains, you mentioned to me, Denny, three-point shooting might be a pretty big key in this one. Two high-powered offenses. Going to be looking a lot at the attention of number 22, Jayla Herrera, coming off a scoreless championship game on Friday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tougher in the paint against this Bonner Springs team. Like you said, you had a all-state honorable mention in the paint with Addie Schooler, so going to have to be able to knock down some threes and able to loosen that up a little bit. So Jayla was in foul trouble the whole time against in our last meeting. And so she wasn't able to score, and that really hurt the Chieftains. So hopefully she's going to be on her game tonight.
Playing with 4 fouls is what she finished in that game against St. James in the championship game. Very limited. Tried to get the three-point shooting going, and she was just 0 for that night. Just couldn't really get that momentum going. As soon as she might get something going, she picked up a foul, had to come out of the game. So it was really rough for her. We saw the same with Addie Schooler in the second-round game against Olathe East, where if she was pretty much in the first half, I think played a total of 2.5, 3 minutes is all she had, and then she picked up her 4th personal really quick in the third quarter. But Addie, she exploded and finished that Olathe East game strong. She finished the St. James game. She finished with 15 points, 10 rebounds, and no assists, a double-double for her in the
really
championship game. If you can keep that Addie Schooler hot streak coming into tonight, that could also bode well for you.
Yeah, she scored 13 points and only played 11 minutes.
In the Olathe East game, yes.
In the Olathe East game. So, I mean, we need, obviously, you need her, you need Shonick, and we need Herrera to knock down some threes tonight.
It's going to be really big, really key of all those points that we had just mentioned for the Chiefs to come out with the victory here today. They will play the Braves here tonight. They'll be playing them again 8 nights from now, next Friday night at Bonner Springs. Usually it's always the Hall of Fame game, I feel like, at Bonner Springs High School.
Yeah, I think it is. which is good for me because I get to see some of my kids.
I know, and it's so great. We always get to see a lot of familiar faces and names, but we're going to get very familiar with the Braves here over the next few moments, and we're back in action tomorrow night on the road at KC Turner. So just some immediate of what's coming up here on Tongi Sports Live. We'll talk about that more as the broadcast goes along here tonight. Getting ready to turn it over to John Tollefson for our starting lineups tonight. These are going to be brought to you by, as always, Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small-town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Chieftains, a lot of good momentum coming into tonight. Winners of 6 of their last 10. The Braves, winners of 3 of their last, or losers of 3 of their last 4. The win this past Tuesday against Paola, snapping a 3-game losing streak. This should be another fun one, as they usually are, here in the Frontier League, as we'll turn it over fully to John Tollefson to be the starting 5 for both the Braves and the Chieftains.
Educational experience. Remember, be a good sport. We invite you to remain seated at halftime of tonight's game for a performance from our Chieftain Stars dance team. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Bonner Springs, number 1, the 5'11" senior, Emily Morton. Number 4, the 5'5" senior, Nia Anderson. Number 21, 5'11" senior, Amaya Burris. Number 24, 5'11" senior, Addison Thompson. And number 25, a 5'9" senior, Chastity Sample. Head coach for Bonner Springs is Peyton Lesson. And now, for your Tonganoxie Chieftains. Number 1, 5'3" senior, Alyssa Shaw. Number 2, 5'7" senior, Talia Baldock. Number 12, 5'8" sophomore, Ashley Bruni. Number 22, 5'2" senior, Jayla Herrera. And number 33, 6'1" junior, Addie Schooler.
So again, no changes to the starting five for the Chieftains. As for the Braves, at the starting five, all seniors: Emily Morton, Nia Anderson, Amaya Burris, Addison Thompson, and Chastity Samble. We talked about Samble and Anderson both in our Brothers Market Players Spotlight. It's going to be really interesting to watch this one play out here tonight. You've been watching the SNS Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live, game 1 of 2 here this evening.
Yeah, the Chieftains are going to be giving up some size advantage tonight against the Braves as well, partner.
Even more important for Addie Schooler, if she can stay out of foul trouble,
Yes.
to keep her out there, the 6'1" junior, it's going to be another key potentially to look at. As Schooler will get in the center with Emily Morton. Easy win for Schooler, and we are underway here as Shonick brings it across the timeline. Chieftains looking for their 7th win in the last 11 games, an early 3. Just off for Shonick, trying to get her on board, closing in there late. Amaya Burris got it, and a whistle comes in, and it's going to be a foul against Shonick as she tried to poke that ball away from Chastity Samble.
Yeah, you got to keep her out of foul trouble too. Frustration foul after not being able to get that rebound.
That was a real 50-50 rebound too.
Yeah,
It looked like it was Shonick's all the way, and then it was Burris that just came in out of nowhere, the 5'11" senior.
Yeah, she closed quickly. It looks like the
Up near the top, a good look for Samble. She'll fire away and knocks down to 3, and that's how the scoring gets started. Already showing off the versatility of Samble. She can go to work down low, she can also shoot it from range. As Herrera bobbles, but quickly bats over to Shonick. Chieftains looking for their first points, trying to answer the Chastity Samble 3 on the other end for Bonner Springs. Shonick with space again, her second three-point attempt, and it's off to the left, barely grazes rim, and it's out of bounds. And 2 3-point attempts for Shonick, and no dice yet.
I think the Chieftains are going to have to attack the paint.
It's only the 5th road game, true road game of the season for the Braves. They are 2-2 on the road. They've had some neutral sites game with tournaments, also 2-2. They like to play at home. They're undefeated so far at 4-0 with the win this past Tuesday against Paola. Here's a nice crossover from Nia Anderson, weaving her way through in the paint. Her right-hand shot, no good, and Shonick will collect that board.
She made a nice move on Shonick there with that crossover.
Good contest underneath by Emily Morton as well. Just couldn't bring it in. Now Baldock's going to try a 3. That's short. So the 3-ball ice cold to start here for the Chieftains. Only down by 3. Shonick had that one poked away. It still makes its way to Burris, maybe a little earlier than anticipated. It's Samble, rather. She misses on the lay-in, but a second chance earned by the rebound from Morton. 3-ball on the way. Nia Anderson, no good. And Morton in the area. She'll bring in another rebound. Her second just on this one possession.
This has been a problem for the Chieftains all year, second chance points.
Third time, no dice. Schooler with the board. She's wrapped up. And it will be a foul. And that'll be the first of the game on Nia Anderson. As Adlin Johnson thought she was going to be coming into the game, she quickly sits back down on the bench. Both teams still sticking with their 5 starters. Chieftains led, of course, second-year head coach Austin Eckert, 19-16 overall as head coach of the Lady Chieftains, 10-9 in Frontier League play. Peyton Leslie, the head coach of the Braves, on the other end. He's been there for the better part of the last decade.
There you go.
As Ashlyn Bruni with the mid-range is
there
good.
See, she attacked the paint and hit the open shooter, not settling for the 3-ball. That's a good look there for the Chieftains.
Brings them now within 1, but a second foul will be Herrera. She just, like a linebacker coming through the middle, running over Nia Anderson.
Look like you sitting a pick and rec ball.
Hey, yeah. There's a reason I am up here in the booth, and I am not. I never had any future of playing basketball. I was too physical. Shout out Mark Mall. Got a chance to see him a couple of times over the last weekend of the tournament.
Yeah, and good luck on your upcoming nuptials.
Yeah, how about that? First turnover of the game going to the Braves. Chieftains a chance to take the lead now. Bruni had the first bucket, and this one she will draw the contact on Chastity Samble.
That's what you got to do.
And Ashlyn Bruni will go to the free throw line.
Got to knock him down. You're facing a good team. You have to hit your free throw.
Sometimes I feel like the Chieftains, they did an extraordinary job in that all 3 games of the tournament. Their shooting from the free throw line was great. They're going to start with a miss here. Bruni's just off on the first attempt. Scored a season-high 10 points in the first round tournament game against Leavenworth, shooting 63% from the line on the season. Actually goes 1 for 2.
Got a tie ball game.
All 3 points for the Chieftains belong to Ashlyn Bruni. Double team inside. Shawnick trying to come over. A whistle quickly comes in as they were trying to go to Maya Burris.
I think that's 2.
And now it'll be 2 on Jayla Herrera. So it was no matter what, Shawnick or Herrera both being in the area, one of them was going to get their second foul, and it's Jayla, and she gets checked out. So she was in foul trouble against St. James on Friday. Now with 2 fouls, she's going to exit with 4:42 mark of the first quarter.
So the only proficient three-point shooter we have on the floor right now is Shawnick.
And Shawnick, she's been ice cold from 3. She's missed her last 16, making 18 attempts. 16 coming into tonight. She's 0 for 2 in this game so far. And another whistle and a foul going to go against the Chieftains. It'll be the first for Ashlyn Bruni.
She just needs to see one go through the hoop. She's a better shooter than that.
Here's the 5'8 senior, Chastity Samble. She's going to go to the line for a pair. Try to break this 3-3 tie. Low-scoring affair. About halfway through this first quarter. Samble's first free throw is up, and it is good. Samble, one of the 7 seniors on this varsity squad for Bonner Springs. A lot of good options for head coach Peyton Leslie. So all 3 for the Chieftains to Ashlyn Bruni, all 5 for the Braves going to Chastity Samble. Adlett Johnson, she's the one that came in for Jayla Herrera, and Addie, before she got that pass off, traveled with the basketball.
Picked up that pivot foot.
Making a drive, Burris, too strong off the glass, almost had the board, ripped away by Addie Schooler. Bruni will control.
Chieftains need to eliminate those offensive rebounds.
Shawnick with a nice drive in the lane. Just a couple of bounces off.
That's what the Chieftains need to do, though.
Burris tries it again. Almost wedges it. Gets her own miss and is fouled. I believe Adlett Johnson is the one they're going to get that foul on. 2 more free throws for the Braves. Those courtesy off of another offensive rebound inside.
And partner, the Chieftains are already in the bonus. They put the Braves in the bonus for the remainder of the first quarter.
Burris is missing the first attempt. Bonus free throws, the remaining 3:48 in this first quarter. It's been a game of 3-point runs so far. Shawnick with space, pop up, no good. That was Morton that came over late on the help defense, and that shot for Shawnick just too short. Now a 3 on the way, or a long 2. Either way, no good.
Bruni with a nice board there.
Decent look, just couldn't knock down the shot for Samble. Schooler.
There you go.
Gonna try to drive. Addie Schooler is gonna go to the line.
That's what we need.
And that'll be the first foul of the game on the senior Addison Thompson, number 24. It's a 3rd team foul on Bonner. Good chance we could see both teams in the bonus by the time the final horn sounds off here in this opening quarter. So here's Addie. 2 of 12 from the line coming into this one before that last attempt. 2 of 12 in her last 12 attempts. So she's been cold, but she starts out with a make here on the first attempt. Always good to see. Hendrickson and Weehee will both check in off the bench for Tonganoxie. You had a substitution in as well, Addison Thompson, the one that comes out for Bonner Springs. Addie 1 for 2 on that trip. With space, nobody meets her. Nia Anderson will take that 3 every time. Just can't knock it down, and a foul on Morton.
Yeah, good block out there by Addie Schooler.
Yeah. You get that good possession, that size advantage too. I mean, it's pretty blatant over the back there on Morton. Shauna going to try to penetrate. Oh, my.
Nice job.
A beauty of a finish there for Alyssa Shawnick, and that ties us up at 6. A sample 3 gives the Braves right back the lead. Couldn't even get finished with our replay of that last bucket for Shawnick before Chastity Sample enters with her second 3-point basket. She's got 8.
8 of the 9.
Shawnick on Sample.
Wow. Acrobatic shot right there. Little scoop shot.
Back-to-back lay-ins for Shawnick. Another Sample 3, no good. And Weehee will collect the board underneath. It's a jump ball. And possession arrow will keep it here. Close contest, just what we expected from these two teams.
Yep.
Braves holding on to that 1-point lead. Nia Anderson, her 3 ball, rattles in.
Chieftains are going to have to guard that 3-point line.
Sorry, the third 3-point basket for the Braves, 2 for Sample and the first for Nia Anderson. Now they go down low, Addie Schooler. That's the game the Chieftains want to play.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And Schooler with a chance for 2 at the free throw line.
That should have been an N1.
It's what you want, though, right? I mean, dishing it down low and for Addie, no hesitation. I think the past few games we've seen her a couple of times maybe hesitate just slightly enough to where that we've seen the turnovers kind of spike for her.
Yep.
With everyone, with defenders crashing in, getting a hand in it. That time, catch, immediately pivoting around, attacking right at the cup. That's what you want to see.
Keeping the ball high so you don't have those guards swiping at it. Yeah, that was awesome. She just turned and went right to the rack. The second went short.
Just 2 points for Schooler so far on 2 for 4 shooting from the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus, last 90 seconds. Anderson feeds it back to Sample. She'll drive, denied by Schooler.
Yes, good block there by Addie.
Leads the team with 27 blocks, making now 28 on a clean block from Sample. Shawnick at the other end. Can't go, and they're going to get Schooler with the over the back. And she had Nia Anderson basically bent over. And
yeah, Nia Anderson did a nice job blocking Addie out there.
Yep. And when you got that big size advantage, too, when you go over the back, it's going to make it pretty obvious and clear.
Really obvious. They're going to call that every time.
Braves have led the entire 7 minutes of this first quarter. Now another turnover, trying to go to Sample. Good Billings, 5'11" senior with the rebound, getting her first minutes in this game for Bonner Springs. Sample, she's had the hot hand, will pass it off instead. Anderson, nice cut. Hendrickson staying with her. Now it goes to Anderson. Good defense there from Chloe. Braves will continue to move the ball around. Coming up 10 on the shot clock, taking the shot and rattling it in. Not bad defense, just a good shot as it falls in for Reese Groover. Oh, man.
What happened?
Actually stepped over the baseline.
Oh,
man.
That's not good. Now the Braves can hold it for the last shot.
The shot clock is off. Just a that was just a mental error, brain fart, if you will.
Yeah.
For Bruni. Second turnover of the quarter for the Chieftains. Braves with their largest lead of the game at 5. Now an easy look underneath. Another block for Addie Schooler.
Nice.
That's her second already. And another clean one to 9, Addison Thompson. Stellar defense for Addie Schooler. 18 seconds, catch and shoot 3, Samble, too strong. Gets her on board on a hard bounce right back to her. Barely had to move for that rebound. Anderson gets a screen, her 3, it's good. Anderson with 6, 2 of 2 from downtown. Final chance for the Chieftains, good if it goes, and it does not for Shonik, and we will head to the second quarter. 17-9, Braves with the lead, 1 down, 3 to go here from Chieftain Arena.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
An 8-0 run for the Braves to close out the first quarter. Sees them with an 8-point lead, 17-9 over the Chieftains. Fresh 8 to play in the second. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here, and it'll be the Chieftains open up with possession as Shonik will take the inbounds from Bruni. Shonik leading the scoring for Tongi with 4, followed by 3 for Bruni, 2 for Schooler. They go down low inside to Schooler, trying to pivot around multiple defenders. Addie a little short, a little kind of out of sorts, I think, down low.
Yeah, put the ball on the deck to dribble and got a little out of sorts.
Had it swatted away, was trying to recover. Definitely not a full fluid motion that we're used to seeing her kind of do underneath. That deflection for Herrera, she's back in. 2 personal fouls picked up in that first quarter, so she's got to be careful here in the second not to get deeper into foul trouble. Billings to Anderson, good recovery for Shonik. Samble leading all scorers so far. She's got 8. It's in her hands right now at the right wing. Guarded by Bruni, gets a screen, step back 3 for Chastity. Samble is offline, and her worst miss from downtown so far as Kalia Baldock gets her first rebound.
Well, Kalia's a scrapper on the boards.
And just a scrapper in general.
Just scrapper in general.
Shonik with her 3.
Badly needed 3 right there.
No doubt about it.
Good for her to see one go through the hoop, too. Maybe that'll help the shooting confidence.
Snaps a streak of 18 misses. Was getting close to 20. She needed that make desperately, and she gets it. As did the leading scorers in the conference as well. Top 5, both Nia Anderson and Alyssa Shonik. Shonik at 2, just behind the leading scorer for the Ottawa Cyclones, Leah Askins-Dietrich, averaging 24 a game. Shonik comes in tonight averaging 17.
Chieftain switched to his own defense.
Nia Anderson right around that 15 points per game mark. Seeing if they can give this Braves offense some fits. Here's a shot put up underneath. It's another board, but guess who? It's Kalia Baldock underneath. It's a jump ball, but
gotta love her.
It'll stay here with the Braves, but she was outnumbered 2-on-1.
Yeah, she don't care.
Battling Thompson and Billings both for that loose basketball, and Kalia took them both on.
Kalia's as tough as they come.
No doubt. Makes a lot of those plays where you look at her numbers, they might not impress you that much, but she makes a lot of those plays that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Don't show up on the stat sheet, but man, you love her when she's on the floor.
Up the floor in stride. Schooler just can't finish. That was a nice find for Shonik, but Addie just off with the left hand. Back the other way. Anderson, a nice crossover. Can't bank it in. It's out of bounds.
It's going to be out on Kalia, I think.
It is. solid burst from these two teams their last 10, 15 seconds or so. Samble gets open again. Far corner is short.
Got to get that rebound, Chieftains. There. Oh.
Again, it's going to go off of Kalia as Herrera was down low trying to get it to Kalia, and I think Kalia was starting to dive down on the floor 2-2, and just a little too late as soon as she already made her mind up to it.
Yep, too little, too late.
Well, another chance here for the Braves.
Too many second chance points for the Braves.
We had a timeout called first. Coach Leslie going to take the timeout for the Braves as he wants to try to talk over what he wants his team to do here. Seeing his team with the lead right now, 17-12 over Tonganoxie. As we'll keep it here during the timeout. Good time to remind everybody, Chieftain Athletics tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audio books when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. And also by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. Braves have led the entirety of this game. Chieftains have been within one. They've even tied it once at 3-3. Haven't been able to get any closer. That last three for Alyssa Schoenig took him from 8-5. And now the defense trying to get another stop. This will be yet another inbound opportunity for Bonner. Their chance total on this,
on this particular
possession alone.
Yeah.
So what did Coach Leslie and the Braves draw up? They go to the Sample underneath, get boxed up on Schoenig, can't finish.
Good rebound by Schooler there.
They've been trying to get into the hands of Chastity Sample. Why wouldn't you? Leading all scorers right now with 8. Schoenig right behind her with 7. That was a good mismatch underneath, just couldn't finish off the glass. Now Tongi back on the attack and bring it to a 2-point game. Herrera lost it. It's to Schoenig.
7 on the shot clock.
Under 5 now. Alyssa, nice drive and a nice finish.
Yeah, she blew right by the defense there. Chieftains back within 3. Chieftains still in that zone defense.
Burris for the 3, and this one goes for Amaya Burris. Got a timeout on the floor. It was another one called by the Braves. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. The 3 for Amaya Burris puts the Braves back up by 6.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Rask gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
And you can always catch all the action over at our website, varsitysportslive.com. It's a 6-point Braves lead. That last 3 for Amaya Burris, extending the cushion a little bit more. Chieftains coming back on the attack underneath. Nice find to Baldock, and she's fouled.
That was the right thing to do for Kalia, to take that right up to the She went right into the chest of the defender, but she was giving up a lot of size, but knew she was going to get fouled. Now she has a chance at the free throw line.
Second foul of the game on number 4, Nia Anderson. So Kalia is going to go to the line. This is her first attempt, and if you can believe it or not, this is her first trip to the free throw line this season.
This season?
This season.
That is surprising.
You would think with how much she's involved down low and kind of not afraid to get in and get some contact. She goes 0 for 2. I found that stat just surprising last night. Like, is that true? Had to go back looking at all previous 14 games, and it's like, 0 for 0, no free throw attempts. As Anderson will pop up, doesn't go. Batted around, Billings had it. Baldock takes it.
Yeah, guess who?
Ricocheted off of 3 or 4 different players underneath. Now Schoenig, a little strong with the left hand. tried her best to go coast to coast, but no dice as Anderson kicks it back out. Nobody home, but Amaya Burris able to run it down. Another helter-skelter here for the Braves. Back in the hands of Anderson at point. She'll reset the offense, 10 on the shot clock. Now 5, set up Burris. Her three-point tip, no good. Made one just a few moments ago, but can't do it there. Another rebound for Schooler. That's her third of the game. Schoenig swiped out of her hands, and it's going to be a foul on Bonner. And I believe it'll be Chastity Samble. It will be Chastity Samble, so she picks up number 2. You got Samble with 2, Nia Anderson with 2, Emily Morton with 2. There's 3 starters for the Braves, with 2 fouls at about 3.5 to go in the second quarter. As a pair of subs will come in for the Chieftains, Johnson and Hendrickson back out there trying to go to Schooler, and it's deflected. Another turnover. Both teams only about 3 turnovers, give or take, so far. Nice move by Samble, able to get around Schooler.
Yeah.
And Chastity Samble, the first in double figures tonight. That was a pretty nasty hesitation move, too.
Yeah. She got her shoulders by Addie and just went ahead and finished it.
Going away again. Samble telegraphing the pass now. She hands it off to Burris in the middle. Rebound inside. Billings trying to clear space, and Meredith Billings, is able to finish. And the Braves, with their first 10-point lead, is going to call for the first timeout taken by Coach Eckert and Tonganoxie. As we'll step aside again, another quick 30-second timeout. You're watching Lady Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
It's another run for the Braves right now. It sees them build their lead up to 10, largest of the game, 24-14. And for the remaining 2:53 before we hit the locker room, Denny, the Chieftains, they got to find a way to close out this first half strong.
Yeah, they really need to get it under 10.
You can get it back within that 4 to 6 range. I think you're going to feel really good about your chances as Schooler's just off on the running shot attempt. Burris falling down to the ground, but Billings right there to bail her out. Rather, Thompson there to bail her out. Chieftains working that zone defense, penetrating. Anderson went through 2 different Braves players into the hands of Burris, and her 3 ball is off. It's an air ball into the baseline. I'm not sure if that pass was initially intended for Amaya Burris. I think you had 2 different black jerseys around in the area that maybe that one was trying to be intended to for Anderson, but not able to knock it down. Burris has knocked one down. 5 3-point baskets so far for the Braves. 15 of the 24 coming from beyond the arc.
Yeah, 1 for the Chieftains.
And now they're going to get Billings on the foul, trying to go around Johnson to swap that entry pass.
And Adeline was going right to the basket, which is what you want her to do.
3rd team foul for Bonner, only 1 team foul this quarter for Tongi. So try to go into Schooler, and just defense there for Thompson. Getting the deflection, her head and back was completely turned away from the ball.
Just not a good pass.
Already now 3rd turnover of the quarter. And we will have a timeout. I think it's going to be something with the clock. Shot clock didn't quite get reset. It was at 21 seconds. They take it up to 28. So a fresh 7 seconds more to work.
Okay.
Showing that it did not get reset on that last turnover. Change of possession.
Now what
So
happened?
28 seconds, not 2.8 seconds, I think, is
yeah,
is going to be my best guess. So
yeah,
this is going to be another stoppage for the shot clock as This is basically going to work as like a free timeout here for both teams.
Media timeout.
Media timeout. Oh, man, taking me back to my Johnson County days, man. Oh, man. Going to be back there this Saturday. Of course, it's hard for us, Dylan Funk demonstrating here. We always talk about our coverage we do at Johnson County Community College and how great it's been to watch the men and women's team there, both undefeated, now a combined 44-0 on the year. The only college, only university in the country that have both men's and women's basketball teams undefeated at this point in the season. It's incredible, and one of the main driving factors of that for the men's squad is Tavian Cruz, a former alum of Bonner Springs High School. And you and I got to see Tavian when he was here with the Braves, and we knew he was going to be something special.
Yeah, we knew he was going to be playing at the next level.
So we continue.
He's got a couple of brothers that's playing for the Braves now.
We'll see him, the senior Dion Cruz, 6'2 senior, and then the sophomore Dax.
And that's a nice family.
Yes, it's always fun catching up with the Cruz family. I always see Dax and Dion to come out to some Cavalier games a couple of times, to making the trip to Overland Park and vice versa. I know last year we saw Tavian Cruz at the Tongi Bonner game when it was at Bonner Springs. So.
Yeah, and Tavian's one of the stars on that squad.
Yeah. No doubt about it. He's just a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to be able to root for him now.
Oh, yeah, no question.
He's a great kid. He's fun to watch, super athletic. And now that he's on a team that we cover and we can watch him, it's so fun to root him on, especially when it's trying to close in on potentially a national championship caliber kind of season for Coach Chappell.
Yeah, both the men and the women are looking to do that. But the women, I'm telling you, that squad is just unbelievable. They're putting up nearly 100 points a game.
The defending national champions, and no one's beaten them this year. 23 have stepped up, 23 have been put down. And yeah, I'm right there with you. I look forward to seeing them Saturday, a doubleheader against Allen.
But now back to this game.
Sees the Braves with a 10-point lead, and the Chieftains get a takeaway. Third turnover forced by this Chieftain defense. Need to bring this under 10.
Good drive. Oh.
Just off with the left hand.
Man, her little scoop shots aren't falling.
Used to be one of those. If she got that space and that drive, that head of steam, it was almost automatic, but feels like within the last month or so, maybe it's been kind of more 50-50.
Chieftains switch back to the man-to-man.
Giving Burris fits as her shot just goes out of bounds. Yeah, like we mentioned, with this 10-point deficit, if you can bring it down within that 4 to 6 range for Tongi going into the locker room as we're closing in on the final minute, you're going to feel really good. Maybe have some positive momentum building your way going into the second half. Still looking for that bucket to bring it under 10. Johnson with the feed from Schooler. Adlin Johnson moving around. Passes out to Bruni. Extra pass to Hendrickson. She'll bring it back near the top in the hands of Shawnick. Her head fake. Gets around her defender. Makes her go down to the ground. And just off the rim for Shawnick. Johnson with the board. Need points. Bruni can't do it, but it's out of bounds. Foot on the baseline and into the Braves cheerleaders. No harm, no foul, but for Meredith Billings, her foot on the baseline. So, after all that, it's still Chieftain basketball. Fresh 35 on the shot clock.
Chieftains need a bucket here in the worst way.
Shawnick, mid-range, no good.
Man, tough shooting luck for the Chieftains.
Tight lid on that rim right now as we approach the final 30.
Shooting percentage has got to be way low. Looks like they're gonna burn some clock here.
Staring down the barrel of just 14 first half points.
Yeah, that's not good.
Gonna need to make some adjustments at halftime to get this offense, give it a spark, jumpstart it, close out this game strong. Inside, Burris, 4 on the shot clock, has to put it up. No good. Contact, but no whistles. Shawnick with her third board, a chance for the final shot as she goes to Schooler, and Schooler puts it in at the horn. And a solid.
They got it under 10, partner.
Got it under 10, just like we mentioned. We wanted that 4 to 6. We got it to 8, but a good bucket out in transition nonetheless for the Lady Chieftains. Shawnick to Schooler, and your halftime score sees Bonner 24, Tonganoxie 16. White Birch Property halftime show is coming up next.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar, Salon, and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
You're watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. White Birch Properties and their team is ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. A halftime score of the girls' game: the Braves 24, Lady Chieftains 16, an 8-point lead right now, an 8-point deficit, however you want to look at it. Let's get through some point totals real quick. Starting first for the Chieftains, leading the scoring is Alyssa Schoenig with her 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. No points yet for Kalia Baldock. Does have 3 rebounds and is 0 for 2 from the line so far. Nothing for Chloe Hendrickson. 3 points, 3 rebounds for Ashlyn Bruni. Just 1 rebound so far for Kaylin Weehee. Nothing on the board yet for Jayla Herrera. And 4 points for Addie Schooler to go with 4 rebounds as well. Just 1 rebound for Adeline Johnson. So the Street Chieftains in scoring figures from that first half. Meanwhile, for the Braves, you got no points for Emily Morton. Does have 3 rebounds. 6 points for Nia Anderson off 2 3-point baskets. No rebounds, 1 assist for the starter. 2 points for Reese Groover. You got 4 for Amaya Burris, and along with 7 rebounds and 1 assist. Could be looking at double-double watch there for the 5'11 senior for Bonner Springs. Addison Thompson, no points, 2 rebounds. Does have 1 assist. Chastity Sample leading all scorers, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Meredith Billings, 2 points and 3 rebounds so far. Looking at the shooting percentages, the Chieftains finished that first half just shooting 27% from the field, 6 of 22, 1 of 5 from downtown, that's 20%, and 38% from the line, 3 of 8. For the Braves, hasn't been their sharpest shooting night as well, 25% from the field, 8 of 32, 5 of 15 from 3, 33%. I imagine that's going to be one of the big major deficits when we take a look at these halftime stats at least. And you go at 75% from the free throw line, just 3 of 4. So we definitely know Braves, they've been benefiting more from 3-point shooting so far.
Well, not only that, partner, but looking at digging into these statistics a little bit further, the Braves had 10 more shots than the Chieftains did, 32-22. And one of the big ones here, points off turnovers. Bonner's got a 6-point advantage in an 8-point deficit, so you know that's the big stat right there. Turnovers, not that bad. 3 for Bonner and 5 for Tonganoxie. That's, you know, you can live with that. Yeah. But That's the biggest thing. You got to keep the Braves off the boards. Can't give them second chance points. You got to get back on defense, and you got to shoot the ball better this second half. You can't live with 30-some% from the line and 30% from the field. That's just too low.
Yeah, it's got to find a way to turn that around. You mentioned the rebounding; they're about even as far as defensive rebounds, 17 to 16 in favor of the Braves, but the offensive rebounds 8 to 2.
Yeah,
that is just something that you got to find a way for Tonga. You got to be able to clean up the glass on your defensive end and the Braves' offensive end a lot better in the second half if you want to come back and complete this victory.
We saw a couple of possessions where the Braves had 3 and 4 opportunities on a possession. So they're getting that's another reason they're getting up 10 more shots.
Look at that. So these other things you mentioned, the turnovers 5-3, Chieftains 5, the Braves 3. But all just those 5 turnovers, the Braves have cashed them in for 7 points off those turnovers. Just 1 point the Chieftains have been able to cash in. So even though for 5 turnovers through 2 quarters, that's usually pretty good. That's where about you like to see it. Both these teams have really been taking good care of the basketball. Really, there was a surge for the Chieftains. They had 3 straight there in the final minutes of that second half.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Braves have been able to take those turnovers at very little as they've been able to force and been able to take them in for 7 points, that's something that you could keep an eye on, and that could eventually help be the difference in this game as well. And you always got to think the 3-point shooting, 5 made threes in the first half for Bonner, just 1 for Tonga. You think, is that going to replicate itself? Is it going to cool off for Bonner? Is it going to get hot for Tonga? Usually the odds are going to tell you it's going to cool down and it's going to heat up, but we've seen games for the Lady Chieftains. I think of the Spring Hill game. I think of the Eudora game. They're 2 home losses where they've lost by 10 or plus points in league play, and both the Braves and both the Cardinals and the Broncos in their respective games, they were tremendous shooting from 3-point range.
Yep.
So we'll wait and see if that pace holds up for the Braves or not. Other than that, quite a competitive ball game. That last lay-in from Schooler on the assist from Alyssa Schoenig brings it to an 8-point game, 24-16. Chieftains looking to complete another comeback in the second half. We've seen them do it before. Let's see if they can do it again. You've been watching the White Birch Property halftime show. Second half action is coming up next. Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
So quickly, we get started with the second half here. Chieftains with the basketball, down 8. Looking to complete another second half comeback. Walk away with a victory. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, Ashley Bruni a little flat on her shot attempt. Just short, it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a Brave basketball. So a good stand on defense for Bonner to open up this third quarter. Then we've already talked about the three-point shooting. Defense-wise for Tonga, you got to be able to tighten it up here. You allowed 5 in that first half. What are some other keys to a come-from-behind victory in the second half? What does it look like?
Well, you got to do better from the line, number one. I mean, if you get to the line, you got to knock them down, at least a better percentage than what you did in the first half. I mean, they left quite a few points on the line. They need to defend the three ball better, too.
Keys to a comeback victory presented by First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. Sample lead all scorers with 10. It's in the hands of Anderson. She'll drive, late pass to Morton. Another offensive board, and it leads to 2 more points for Nia Anderson on the rebound and the putback. She's got 8, and that's offensive rebound number 9 in the game compared to 2 for Tongi.
Yeah, that's killing the Chieftains. You got to block out.
Takes it back to a double-digit lead as well. Les Shawnick can knock down the 3, but she cannot.
You can't fall in love with the 3-point shot if you're the Chieftains. You got to try and bang it inside. Just not a high enough percentage shot.
Shawnick shadowing Nia Anderson everywhere she goes on the floor. We saw the Chieftains go man-to-man. They went to his zone and then went to man-to-man there in the late minutes. Now they open up here in this man-to-man as well. Shawnick again on Nia Anderson as she passes it off to Morton. Under 10 on the shot clock. Burris with the screen. She goes to the elbow. Pull-up shot is good for Amaya Burris.
And that's where you see the size advantage there. Herrera's just not able to get a hand in her face.
So a 4-0 run for the Braves to open up this second half, but I count the bucket on the other end for Alyssa Shawnick, a chance for a 3-point play.
That's what you need, I'm telling you.
Basket's good by Shawnick. Foul was on Burris, her first.
In double figures now, Alyssa Shawnick once again with 11-12 pending the free throw, as the first foul of the game will go to Amaya Burris. Shawnick finishes the 3-point play.
Bruni picking up full court.
You still only have Shawnick, Bruni, and Schooler in scoring figures for the Chieftains. Here's a travel.
Yeah, that's a turnover for the Braves. Now the Chieftains need to make these things hurt.
4th turnover of the game for Bonner. Those points off turnovers, it was 7-1 in that first half. Bonner scoring 7, so yeah, if you can start making those cash them in, make them hurt in the second half, that could be huge for the Chieftains.
Definitely.
Shawnick going to try to do it herself. Bobbled, pivoting around, was off-angled. Try to make something out of nothing there. Here come the Braves back the other way. Anderson up the floor, finds to Burris.
That was a difficult shot there by Shawnick.
Morton looking, she finds Anderson, quickly back into the hands of Burris again. Gets some separation from Shawnick, closes out quickly. Sample drives right on Herrera, backs her down, off the side of the backboard. Chastity Sample, and Baldock fighting for that rebound, and it's going to be Chastity Sample that picks up the foul, and that's going to be number 3 on Sample. It could be decision time here for Coach Leslie with 3 fouls on his 5'8" senior starter. If you're going to leave her out there or not, he will. I feel like this is always the gray area about the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. You pick up your third foul. Do you leave him out there, or do you leave him? Do you bring him out?
Well, they're seniors, so hopefully you can trust them a little bit more to. There you go.
Burra gets on the board.
Yeah, it was the spotlight. Now they're within. It's a 2-possession game.
She was scoreless the last 6 quarters of action, going back to the title game of the tournament Friday, and she splashes down that 3. Much needed for the Chieftains. Anderson, long 2 is good. Nia Anderson with 10, a timeout on the floor. And it'll be a full timeout as we will step aside. 30-22, Braves sporting an 8-point lead.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
That was called by Bonner.
So 4 timeouts for the Chieftains, just 2 for the Braves. They've spent 2 30s and 1 full. So 2 60-second timeouts remaining. Their head coach Peyton Leslie and the Braves. Chieftains trying to make some momentum here in this third quarter. They've been down the majority of this game, the entirety of this game they've been down. As Herrera's off on that 3.
Oh,
a rebound
nice.
underneath by Bruni. In and out of the hands of Schooler. A little too hot to handle. Turnover number 6 of the game, first of the second half. And the Braves give it right back. I think that might have been Schooler that got in there and knocked that ball loose. Here's Schoenig with it. Alyssa with the head of steam, just short.
Ashlyn Bruni's playing really good defense.
That's her 4th rebound that she collected. Trying to go back out to Schooler. It was in and out of her hands, and the Braves turned it over. Schoenig just short on the lay-in. Chieftains again struggling to capitalize on the points off turnovers tonight. Just 1 point off the Braves turnover so far, compared to what's been 8 or 9 for the Braves at this point. Samble backing down, can't knock down the shot. 1 on the shot clock, and the horn sounds. And that's a shot clock violation. Samble trying to say that she was fouled. Might have taken a shot to the side of the head underneath. That was Schooler.
It looked like Schooler might have got a piece of that.
I think she got a piece of it. She's had 2 really clean blocks.
Yeah.
You call that 2.5, if you will. I'll give it to her. She's got 3. Now Chieftains back with the ball. Held at just 16 points in that first half. Herrera, another 3 on the way, a little short. Rebound number 8 for Amaya Burr. She's been all over the boards. Ball now in the hands of Nia Anderson. Her and Samble, the 2 Braves in double figures with 10 apiece. Anderson back to Morton. Long 2 on the way. No good. Hard clank on the iron, and Johnson underneath gets the rebound.
Yeah, Adam, nicely done on that rebound.
Johnson stops it and skips it underneath, right to the hands of waiting Hanson Thompson.
Yeah, trying to get it to Schooler. There wasn't a window there.
Now Samble trying to go coast to coast, getting a piece of it again is Schooler.
Yeah.
And Samble was on the baseline. This has not been the prettiest of third quarters for either team. It still sees the Braves with an 8-point lead. Groover and Billings will check in. Samble, along with Thompson, are going to check out for Bonner. And for the 5 for the Chieftains, you got Herrera, Schoenig, Schooler, Johnson, and Hendrickson. Stuck at this 30-22 score for a while now. Schooler with the 3, but it's off. Johnson trying to save it, but nobody home.
Good effort by Johnson, though.
And I don't think that you want Addie Schooler trying to knock down those 3 balls. She has the ability to do it.
And she has done it, but that's really not, you want her in the paint.
She's now 3 of 7 from 3-point range on the season. She gets another
block. She is a good rim protector, though.
No doubt about it. Already her 4th block tonight.
14 Weehee in the game for Tony.
Adds on to her season total. Now sits at 31. Nobody else on the team has even more than, looks like 6 for Adlin Johnson. That's the second of the team behind now 31 for Addie Schooler as far as blocks. Foot on the line, that's a 2, but a 2 going down nonetheless for Amaya Burris. She's got 8.
Leads back to 10.
Yep. Shonik through 2 defenders. She'll go to the line. Third foul of the game on Nia Anderson. Back to the line for Alyssa Shonik. She's only been there once. It was an and one opportunity, which she finished. She's got 12 in the ball game. Shooting 64% from the line and bottom of the net on her first attempt. And I think it's almost safe to say after the great performance, the 3 games in the tournament from the line, I think maybe the free throw woes starting to be put behind.
I sure hope so.
I feel pretty confident in saying that. 3 for 3 from the line for Shonik tonight.
But I think as a team, they were only shooting 37% in that first half.
Kick out, Anderson near corner 3, can't knock it down. Hendrickson collects for the Chieftains. And for Shonik, just at the line, she was 17 of 23 at that tournament, 74%.
Yeah, that's good.
Schooler, just short.
Nice move, but just a little bit short. That's where you want her taking shots, is in the paint.
Final minute trickling down in this third quarter. 3 on the way, Anderson. Hard bounce, another, and it's out on Schooler. It'll stay here with the Braves.
Another second chance.
Couldn't quite get both hands on that basketball.
Drew Baldock in the game for Tonky.
Gonna give Addie a blow.
13 Kimlin into the game for Bonner.
Late sub for the Braves, Lily Kimlin will check in, and Emily Morton will go out. Anderson will trigger this incoming inbound play. About 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. The game where the Braves have led for the opening tip as it goes underneath, and Shonik's the one that comes away with it. Turnover number 5 in the third for Bonner, and up and ahead to Adlin Johnson as she finishes for 2.
Back to a 2-possession game. A little 4-0 run by the Chieftains here.
Looking for a stop. Shot clock was off. Braves going to hold it for the last shot by the body language of Anderson. It's in her hands, guarded by Hendrickson. Down to 5. Anderson. Pivoting. Shot put up a prayer, and it's no good. And that 4-0 run to close out the third quarter for the Chieftains now has them within 6, 32-26. 3 down, 1 to go here. Game 1 of our doubleheader live from Chieftain Arena. Lady Chieftains, defense and offense. Shonik to Johnson. Fourth quarter up next.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Fourth quarter action presented by Kansas City, Kansas Community College. See how college can help you today at kckcc.edu, and could be a thriller, perhaps. Chieftains, a 4-0 run to close the third quarter, has them within 6. Braves have led the entirety of this game, and now they're going to turn it over. And that is already the 6th turnover of the second half for Bonner. They only had 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
Chieftains have been getting better at starting to capitalize on these points off turnovers. That last highlight from Shonik to Johnson, finishing for 2 more points off turnovers. It's going to be a big key.
Need one here.
9 turnovers for the Braves, 8 for the Chieftains in the entire game. As Shonik with space, pulls the trigger, can't knock it down.
She was wide open, too. I thought she was going to splash that one.
Trying to go inside to Morton, but Shonik gets on it, sliding on her knees, passing it up. Baldock to Herrera. Oh, man. Strong collision. Samble and Shonik run into one another. No foul. Now Samble. Back to Morton. Anderson, her 3. No good. Morton again, another offensive board.
Got to block out, guys.
Braves have been cleaning up on the offensive rebounds this game.
That's what's killing them.
10-plus offensive boards tonight. Now Samble, one-on-one with Baldock. Over Baldock, no good. Morton, another rebound.
Oh, man.
Right into the hands of Shonik, though. Turnovers definitely becoming a problem for Bonner. Here's Tongi, and a lay-in good. Again, it's Shonik to Adlin Johnson.
Now it's a 4-point game.
Whew, man.
Timeout, Bonner.
It'll be a full timeout. And that is going to leave for Coach Leslie just one timeout to go in the game, 6:20 to go. Chieftains creeping back into this one, now just down by 4. So we will keep it here during this timeout as Chieftain Athletics are presented in part by Grounded Coffee House, serving great coffee with an even greater cause right here in downtown Tonganoxie. To learn how you can help make a difference and to support, visit their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org. As we take a look, this is what we got coming up in the near future. The next 4 broadcasts on Tongi Sports Live. We'll be back at it. Quick turnaround tomorrow on the road at KC Turner. Next Wednesday, we're here. Girls duel at home against Holton before going back to play the Braves next Friday at Bonner Springs High School. And then that following Wednesday, we get the boys duel here at home against Mid-Buchanan High School. Check out the full winter sports schedule for Tongi Athletics at varsitysportslive.com. We also got the Girls Super Regionals Saturday, February 14th. We'll have the championship bouts for that streamed here. It's going to be held here inside Chieftain Arena. We'll be streaming it for you right here on Tongi Sports Live. And I imagine the boys regional, we've been doing that the last 2 years. If it's here for a third, I'm sure we'll be here doing that. You're going to get your wrestling fix over in February, Denny.
Yeah, I need it.
Herrera takes it away from Anderson. Jayla goes to the line for 2.
Good defense by Jayla.
Turnover number 9 in the second half for Bonner. So we have another look as, again for Herrera, her head wasn't even turned around. She was just closing in on Anderson, both hands up. Just what you want to see.
Yeah, she needs to knock these down.
And that's the 4th foul of the game on Nia Anderson. Big with 6:17 to go in the 4th quarter as Herrera misses the first free throw.
Come on, Jayla, knock it down.
Jayla scoreless for the first time this past Friday against St. James. She's got 3. And he'll stay at 3, 0 for 2 at the line. And shooting 83% from the line, the best free throw shooter on the team.
Yeah.
2 big misses.
You don't see her miss very often.
Braves have been ice cold. Sample trying to change that, but she won't. You just feel like it's right there. You just got to grab it and run with it to
it's there
take
for
control.
the taking if you just.
Shonik within 2.
There you go. That's what you need.
Points 15 and 16 on that last bucket for Alyssa Shonik. Burris on the crossover, no good, and in and out of the hands. It was Ed Thompson. Baldock knocked it loose, and I think they're going to say for Kalia, her foot was on the baseline when that ball was knocked loose. That'll be Brave basketball. And oh man, for Shonik, she had it, was a full head of steam back the other way.
Yeah.
What just happened here?
I think they just said she stepped out of bounds.
No, it's a warning.
Oh.
Well, no, they were warning the Bonner Coach Leslie.
You coming on the court?
You coming on the court or just talking one of the way. It was a warning issued. Okay. Coach Leslie's got to be really, really careful this final 5:29. As an inbound to Sample, and she is fouled. Chastity Sample is going to go to the line for a pair. It's the first of the game on Kalia Baldock. And the Chieftains, they've had it tied one time back in that first quarter. They've gotten within 2, they've gotten within 1, just haven't been able to take control, get over that hump and take the lead. Miss here for Samuel, her first miss at the line. She's now 2 for 3. Second on the way, that one good. 11 points right now for Chastity Samble. Takes the lead back up to 3, a chance to tie for the Chieftains. Johnson for the tie. Won't go. Shonick gets the board. Alyssa Shonick putting on a clinic.
Chieftains are within 1.
The Braves had led by as many as 10 in this game. The Chieftains have fought back in this second half. And a foul is going to be off ball.
On who?
Is it going to be on Baldock? On a hold? Braves trying to get some motion going and get a hold call on Kalia Baldock, her second. Bernie zip block defense on Anderson as she hands it off to Thompson. Chieftains daring her to take the 3. She passes it off instead to Samble up top.
Chieftains doing a better job defending the 3-point shot.
Burris dribbling right to left, gets by, past the elbow, pivoting around on Johnson underneath, kicks it back out. Samble a head fake, lost it, going out of bounds. Shonick diving near it, it's out of bounds, and it'll stay Braves basketball. Good hustle for Alyssa. That's 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, the Chieftains need to play good defense for about another 5 seconds.
Anderson will inbound. Burris coming around the horn. Doesn't go there. To Sample, but a 5-second violation. I knew we were getting close.
Yeah, we had to be getting close. I'm surprised Bonner didn't call their last time.
Well, they're down
there
to just 1. I think Coach Leslie, he was just saying you got to trust your senior to get that play in before 5 seconds and not burn that last time out. Chieftains 4 timeouts, so just 1 for Bonner. Something to keep in mind as we got a 1-point game halfway through. Schooler just off on the glass.
That's the play you wanted right there. You draw it up in the huddle.
Samble trying to go to Thompson. Braves are a turnover mess in this second half. As Bernie will slow things down, back up to Shonick.
Good decision there by Ashland.
Shonick through 2 defenders, and the Chieftains have their first lead.
3:49 to play.
Vintage Alyssa Shonick. Drive in, split defenders, off the glass.
But Bruni is really playing good defense.
Final 3.5 to go in the game. Chieftains with their first lead, a 1-point lead, trying to hold on. Samble gets by Baldock, up and ahead, no good. Late contest by Schooler.
Yeah, Schooler altered that shot. Chieftains come away with it.
Shonick, all the momentum on her side. She has erupted in the second half. This one
blocked.
Deflected by Samble. Good defense for Chastity Samble. Now a 3, Burris won't go. Track it down the board. 4 different players in the area falling over one another.
Who's the foul on? They're talking it over.
It's a foul against Bonner.
Yeah.
And it will be on Addison Thompson for her second. And that was the only, it was either going to be Baldock.
Yeah, you couldn't tell.
Or it was going to be Thompson.
Yeah.
2 of the 4 bodies in the area. You had Shonick in there, or a Schooler in there as well for the Chieftains. I didn't see the other number for Bonner.
Yeah.
But it's a foul against Thompson. As Baldock is over on the bench, might have got the wind knocked out of her. You see Padfield checking on her as she's all smiles.
Yeah, she's
they
smiling.
Were good.
I'm telling you, she's a tough cookie.
Johnson wants it, gets it, back out to Schooler. Now Addie's going to drive. Schooler finishing with the left hand. And a timeout called here for Coach Eckert. And the Chieftains have taken
Come all the way
control
back,
in the second half, their largest lead of the game at 3. Another look at this drive and finish for Addie Schooler. That's how you do it.
Absolutely. Finished with the left hand, too. Good for her.
So we are now down to 3 timeouts remaining for the Chieftains, just 1 still for the Braves. Tonganoxie trying to hold on. 2:32 to go in the game. They're up by 3. And you can see Coach Eckert looking intensely at everybody in that huddle. This entire game, I mean, this has been a game where the Chieftains have been in it the entirety. Trying to talk encouragement into Jayla Herrera there, trying to get her spirits up. Again, it's been a quiet performance for Jayla, but I don't know. We'll see. Chieftains were down by double digits a couple of times in this game. 10 points, maybe 11 the largest, as Bruni. You mentioned her great defense.
I told you.
She gets the steal. Schooler draws the foul nonetheless.
I think it's on the floor, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she definitely was not shooting that one. She was trying to pass it back out as Burris picks up her second. And here comes Jayla Herrera. Now, it's only fitting, I feel like, out of that timeout, with the strong words of encouragement. You can tell Coach Eckert talking directly to Jayla. Maybe she makes a big play here soon. Or Addie does.
Yes.
Count no, it's an offensive foul. Oh, they call an offensive foul. As Morton, I think, hit the deck hard. Debonair look.
Yeah, she's not feeling too good.
Ooh.
She hit her head pretty hard on the floor.
You can see the disbelief for Coach Eckert trying to plead and say that should not be a charge. And we've seen Coach Leslie been given a warning.
Yep.
We know Coach Eckert, he's one of the best at walking that fine line.
He's been working them over.
Trying to stand up for Schooler, and it's officially going to go down as a charge. So second foul of the game for Addie.
And you take 2 points off the board.
Exactly.
That's what really hurts.
From looking like it was going to be an and one opportunity to an offensive foul. Now the Braves here, a chance to tie with a 3.
And the Chiefs is picking up full court, trying to make them burn more clock.
Braves can flip momentum on its head as a pull-up from the free throw line is good for Amaya Burris. The third Brave in double figures. She has 10. Timeout going to be taken here for Tongi, and a full timeout. Coach Eckert.
I think it's a good timeout by Coach there. Minute 47 left to play. You need to get a bucket here.
Leafs in with 2 to go in the ball game. You're watching Lady Chieftain basketball. We'll return shortly on Tongi Sports Live.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit LaddServiceCo.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
This has been a lot of fun. 36-35, Chieftains with the lead. They didn't take the lead until just a few moments ago here in this fourth quarter.
They trailed the whole way.
A 2-point basket for Amaya Burris brings it within 1 for the Braves. 1:47 to go. Both teams, 3 team fouls as well.
Yep.
The only one in really immediate foul trouble is Nia Anderson for the Braves. She has 4 fouls. Everybody else 3 or less. Could be in for a thrilling coming up on the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, they're not going to take her out of the ballgame. The Braves switched to a zone defense, though.
Shonick Goes by Groover in the lane.
That's
no
how
good.
you beat it. Oh, man, needed that bucket.
Burris, a rebound away from a double-double, 10 points. That was her 9th rebound. Nia Anderson driving to kick to Sample for the lead. Chastity Sample is no good. Offensive board to Burris. Lost it on the way up. And it goes out of bounds, and it's last off of either Schooler or Johnson, one of the two in the area. But again, another offensive rebound for Bonner Springs.
Those offensive rebounds have hurt the Chieftains tonight.
In that first half, they were out-rebounded 8-2 as far as offensive rebounds.
It's more than that now.
It's definitely been a lot more than that. Now a foul on the Chieftains, and it's going to go against Kalia Baldock. And Kalia picks up number 3 as she can't believe it, and now a foul away from putting Bonner Springs in the bonus.
That may not be a bad foul, though.
70 seconds to go. Burris open, puts it up, can't finish.
Atta girl, Addie. Good rebound there. Now run a little clock here. If you're the Chieftains, it's your friend.
Under a minute to go, and that last miss, that could be costly for Bonner. The difference in a 1-point lead and a 1-point deficit, at least for the time being. Gimlin getting both hands on Shawnick here. 12 on the shot clock. Alyssa Lean all scores tonight with 20. Gets a screen from Bruni. Alyssa Shawnick driving to kick. Herrera bobbled. It's on the ground. Diving out for it. Chieftain 2 had the possession arrow. It's a kick ball. It still stays Chieftain basketball. Or does it? No.
No, it does not.
Oh. Oh, man.
11 Gruber in the game for Bonner.
I'm surprised maybe for Eckert he didn't take a timeout there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, he had one to burn.
He's got 2. He's going to still hold on to him, trusting his defense to make this stop. A bucket for the lead for the Braves. Sample.
And I think one of the best decisions so far tonight defensively is Coach put Ashlyn Bruni on.
Sample open 3. No good. Abby with the big rebound. Now the Braves going to have to start fouling, and here comes the first. Ooh. Third of the game on Burris, and now for Coach Eckert, this is probably what he was thinking about, holding on to those timeouts, because now he can spin one here and still have one remaining. A chance to strategize for the Lady Chieftains. It's a full timeout.
Yeah, let me finish my thought, partner.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think one of the best decisions I've seen so far, Coach Eckert, looks like he put Ashlyn Bruni, one of his best defenders, on Nia Anderson.
Yep.
The second half, and I think that's paid dividends.
Without a doubt.
She has really harassed Nia.
We're looking at 6 points in the first half for Nia Anderson, just 4 in the second half.
Yeah.
She's got 10 in the ball game. But I'm right there with you, because you had it at the beginning, it was Shawnick and Anderson, and when you're going to zone, it was a little bit different. But now you've gone man-to-man, and you've trusted Ashlyn Bruni, the 5'8 sophomore, second year playing at the varsity level and putting on a defensive clinic right now.
She really is.
So now you're talking strategy. Both teams 14 fouls, so you expect 7.7 to go. Braves are going to foul here pretty quickly. I think you got to find a way just getting into the hands of Shawnick, right?
Yeah, Shawnick, and I think Anderson's a pretty good free throw shooter as well.
For the Braves, she is. For Herrera, for the Chieftains, she's the best statistical free throw shooter, 83%. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Shawnick is 3 for 3.
Yeah, you got to get it in your best free throw shooter's
Schooler
hands.
is going to inbound as she has Shawnick right into her hands. Precious seconds ticking away here as they stop the clock at 4.8. And here we go for the Chieftains. They had 2 free throws, big ones for Alyssa Shawnick.
Yep.
And like we talked about, her struggles this season at the line. She was tremendous at the tournament, finishing 17 of 23, 74% over her last 3 games coming into tonight. She's 3 for 3. A chance to officially put those free throw woes behind her here.
Yeah, you want your senior leader at the line here.
First foul of the game on Reese Groover. Shawnick, first one on the way. It's good.
Nothing but net.
All of them have been like that tonight too. And this is a big one here. You make this, you force a 3 to tie for the Braves, and Coach Leslie's going to take that immediate timeout coming in here at the next stoppage to take the lead to 3 for the Chieftains. This gym is silent, and she's too strong.
3 can win it for the Braves.
And it's out of bounds. And I think the timeout came in first. Did the timeout come in first? No. I think the officials are going to get together and talk here. I think it was a turnover on Bonner, but the question was, did the timeout come in before it? I'm not sure if it did. I think this should be Chieftain basketball. They haven't indicated they've taken the timeout for Coach Leslie either in the Braves.
Yeah, they're going to give him the timeout.
Oh, man. With 2.5 to go.
2.5 seconds. Plenty of time to get the ball in and shoot.
Shonick 1 for 2 on that last trip, so now you're up by 2. And you were in the position too, where if she makes that last free throw, you could foul here, force them to shoot free throws. But now
he can't do that.
He can't do that
because the next foul puts him on the foul line. He's got to tell him not to foul.
Ooh, baby. Bruni, Hendrickson, Shonick, Schooler, and I believe Baldock. She's the 5th one there.
Yep.
It looks like pretty much the starting 5 is going to be sent out there for Bonner. So you still got Sample, you got Anderson, 2 lethal scorers, Emily Morton, Amaya Burris, who's had 10 points tonight. I think Reese Groover is the other one. She's had 2. 2.5 seconds. Now the question for Bonner, do you go for the 3 in the win or do you go for 2 in the tie?
You only have 2.5 seconds, partner. You can't be too picky.
Yeah.
Just an open shot's what you're looking for.
It's going to be an inbound this far side too, so this is it. A 3 to win it.
The Chieftains just can't foul.
Last thing you can do. So here we go. Chieftains looking for one last stand. Sample gets it at the stripe. Up, good if it goes, and it's short, and the Chieftains win it.
And that's it for ball game. Final score, Tonganoxie 37, Bonner Springs 35.
Gotta love it.
In a game that we thought could come down to the final buzzer. That's exactly what happened. The Braves, through the first 24 minutes and change, had the lead.
Yep.
And the Chieftains take control late in the 4th, hold on to the end. They win it by a final score of 37-35. What a thriller. What a ball game. Gonna break it down for you. Brothers Market Post-Game Show is up when we return here on Tongi Sports Live. Lady Chieftains win by 2.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
14-1 run.
14-1 run to wrap up this ball game. Chieftains win it by 2, 37-35. We got a lot of good stats for you guys here in the Brothers Market postgame show. Check out the weekly athlete specials in store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. Let's get the obvious out of the way. I think our County Road Brewing player of the game, I think, without a doubt, Alyssa Shawnick.
No question,
we say every game, we can always say, hey, you can give it to her every night, right? But tonight, when you're leading all scores in the game, 21 points, 12 in that second half to charge that comeback, finishing 8 of 24 from the field, 7 of 17 from 2, 1 of 7 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. That's really key there towards the end. She made some big, huge free throws for us. 4 total rebounds to go with 4 assists and 4 steals for Alyssa Shawnick. She was phenomenal tonight. 21 points in total. Nobody else had more than 11, and that was Chastity Sample for Bonner.
Yeah, that's a stat line, partner.
That's a stat line for sure.
That's a player of the game stat line.
County Road Brewing congratulates Alyssa on being named player of the game, rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. The other point totals for you for Tongi: 21 going to Shawnick, 3 for Ashlyn Bruni, 3 for Jayla Herrera, 6 for Addie Schooler, and 4 for Adlin Johnson. The Chieftains finished shooting 33% from the field, 15% from downtown, just 2 of 13. And then 47% from the free throw line, 7 of 15. But big ones made there towards the end by Shawnick and company to help wrap up that victory.
We got to give a shout out to Ashlyn Bruni for the defense that she played tonight. She was as key for this victory as anyone. She was locked up with Bonner's best player, arguably, Nia Anderson, in the second half. Held her to 4 points and just dealt her fits all night long. Talia Baldock, she did the same thing. She was in there scrapping, playing good defense. Just a team win.
Yeah, team win all the way around. Schooler with her 6 points, 6 rebounds in there, 5 block shots for Addie Schooler. Man.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. This was definitely a team win.
And it had to be a team win to win this one here tonight. And you're going to see this team again coming up in 8 days from now, next Friday night. It's going to be really interesting to see how that game goes. But for the Braves, look, they had all the momentum all on their side. Going into the locker room even, they had an 8-point lead. It was 10, but a final bucket there at the end made it 8. They had the offensive rebounds, and you still want to look at rebounding. They out-rebounded Tonganoxie 46-32 in this game tonight. And
a lot of those were offensive rebounds.
16-4 offensive rebounds. That is something where if you get that kind of margin, more often than not, you're going to lose a ball game. This was one of the exceptions here tonight. What the Lady Chieftains did was beyond spectacular of making this making this comeback.
So how many more shots did Bonner Springs take? Let's see here.
Shots in the game, they put up 57 total compared to 43 for Tongi.
Yeah, see another 14 second chance points.
But give credit to the defensive effort for Tongi to help Bonner to no 3-pointers after giving up 5 in the first half. That was tremendous. They were forcing turnovers. They had 10 total they forced off of Bonner in that second half from being at halftime. The Chieftains turned it over 2 more times than the Braves did. They finished the game with the Braves turning it over 3 more times, 13-10.
Finished on a 14-1 run. And, again, Coach Eckert pulled them out of that zone and went man-to-man and matched them up perfectly.
The points off turnovers, 9-7 in favor of Bonner. They outscored the Chieftains 7-1 on points off turnovers in that first half. So the Chieftains closed the gap there. The free throw points, 7-4 in favor of Tonga. And for the Braves, you're sitting there thinking you had 4 points at the free throw line and you left at least 3 or 4 there in a game. You lose by 2. That's going to be tough for Coach Leslie and company, but man, oh so sweet for us Chieftain fans here. And this team, 10-5 overall, 5-3 in Frontier League play. What a big win for them. They'll look to be back in the win column tomorrow night on the road out of league play against Turner.
And they're going to meet an upset and angry Bonner Springs Braves team.
Coming up in 8 days.
Coming up in 8 days.
We'll see.
Yeah, don't miss that one, folks. We're going to be at Bonner Springs. We'll have it here for you on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
It's going to be a lot of fun, as it always is. Congratulations, Coach Eckert and the Chieftain squad. Big winners tonight, 37-35. Come from behind fashion, down by as many as 10 points in that game multiple times, and they win it by 2 at the final horn. And now we will be back in the SNS Body pregame show. We'll get you set for the boys game coming up in about 7.5 minutes here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome back, not the Brothers Market post-game show. We go back to the SNS Body pre-game show. Get your eye back in the game. Learn more at SNSAutoandBodyShop.com. A thriller in the girls' game. Lady Chieftains win it 37-35. Didn't take the lead until it was a couple minutes into the fourth quarter. A come-from-behind win for the Chieftains. They finished that game on an 11-1, 11-3 run, something like that. Denny had that stat. He'll rejoin us here in a little bit. But, man, what a game the girls' game had for us. Now we get you set for the boys' game. And for the boys' side, for Tonganoxie, number 17 in 4A still. And this is still as we're getting close to closing the books on January, going into February. This boys' team on the outside looking in as far as a sub-state playoff game. You got to be within the top 16 to play in sub-state. So looking to get a win here tonight. This will be a big one against this Braves squad. The Chieftains 3-11 overall, 0-7 in Frontier League play. Looking to get the monkey off their back, get win number 1 in league play here tonight. They last played on Friday night at the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. It was a big win for him against Casey Schlegel, 71-37. They finished 1-2 in the tournament and take 7th place on the boys' side. The Chieftains shot 12 of 24 from three-point range in that game against the Stallions. Everybody was just getting in. I mean, 1 or 2 for almost everybody that checked in that game. It was a red-hot shooting night from beyond the arc for Tonganoxie. That broke their second 4-game losing streak of the season. So a big, much-needed win for this team as they come in to face Bonner for the first time here tonight. For the Chieftains, this is their 4th game in the last 5 against a 5A school or higher, and they have a record of 0-5 against said school so far this season. Already a couple losses to Spring Hill and Leavenworth at that tournament, now coming in here against Bonner. Winners this past Tuesday against Paola, 76-55, and they are undefeated on the year, 12-0. The only team in 5A East remaining that's undefeated. The only other team in 5A in general is out west in the 14-0 Cape and Mount Carmel Crusaders, as both they and the Braves look like they could be on a collision course potentially for the state championship. Braves are 12-0. 6-0 in Frontier League play. They've been perfect everywhere that they've played, obviously. 4-0 here on the road compared to the Chieftains, just 2-6 playing on the home floor so far tonight. And looking at the Braves coming into tonight, they are led by their 7 seniors, and they are as great and well-rounded as a team as anybody in the state. They haven't lost to Tongi since it was January 17th of 2022. The Braves have had the better of the Chieftains in that stretch for sure. And in this 12-0 start, it's their first time winning at least 11 of their first 12 games since 2017, 2018. With those 7 seniors, second-year head coach Drew Groover. He's got his son Kellen out there, many other guys getting all-state selections, all-league selections. This was a team that went all the way to the sub-state, or to the state quarterfinals. They won their sub-state championship game against St. James Academy last year, 18-5 overall. They lost to Andover in the state quarterfinals, coming in extra motivated here this season, trying to make something big happen. Their closest game so far of the 12 wins they've had was a 7-point overtime win against Lansing. Outside of that, it's been 10 or more points, and coming off a big double-digit win against Paola, 21 points this past Tuesday. All the momentum is on the side of the Braves coming into this one here tonight. We'll break down this matchup a little bit more as we step aside. We'll wrap up the SNS Body pregame show with the Brothers Market Players Spotlight, Crookham Construction starting lineups. All that more when we return on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, tonganoxiebusinessassociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a 5th-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Back here in time for the starting lineup presented tonight, as always, by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction with special project services throughout the area. Let's meet the starting 5 for the Chieftains.
Number 2, a 5'7" sophomore, Luke McCray. Number 15, a 6'2" senior, Nolan McGuire. Number 22, a 5'7" sophomore, Bodie Maslak. And number 23, a 5'10" senior, Lachlan McCray. Head coach for Tonganoxie, Casey Simmons.
As always, we wrap it up here. You've been watching the SNS Body pregame show on Tonganoxie Sports Live as he did get you guys set for the boys game. Get the right score bug in, but you know, Denny, we know ahead right now this is going to be a tough matchup for this Chieftain squad tonight. 12-0, undefeated Bonner Springs. They're as good as any team in the entire state right now, but coming off that big win against Schlegel in the third round game of the tournament. Maybe this has the night brewing for a potential upset. Maybe playing a little inspired with the way the girls came out and played. We'll just have to wait and see.
It was awesome. But they've got a big test here tonight. I mean, Bonner Springs made it to the Final Four in the state tournament last year, and they returned just about everybody. So
up to the state quarterfinals. They were sub-state champions. Lost to St. James Academy. They went on a good run in the state tournament. Looking to get back there are the Braves. Looking to go to 13-0, and they do the lead to 2-0 as Jaden Jones, the sophomore, gets the scoring started for this one tonight. An honorable league, all-league, and all-state selection last year, averaging 10 points per game as a freshman. He's back for a sophomore campaign that's been off to a thrilling start, and the Braves are going to get a takeaway. That's the one thing, for Tonga, you basically got to play a perfect game here tonight. No turnovers, got to limit them at least. You got to come up on your possessions. No empty possessions, very minimal here tonight. It's going to take a well-rounded team effort.
They're going to have to play their best game of the year. Have a shot tonight.
Luke McRae and Bodie Maslak both in the starting lineup tonight for Coach Simmons. That three just off for Lachlan. A rebound taken by Jason Jones Jr. There is no Roman Holthouse tonight, not suiting up. He's at the end of the bench as this is knocked out of bounds and will stay here with Bonner. So a little short-handed are the Chieftains coming into tonight.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. He's a good athlete.
Chieftains are also going to have to deal with a well-traveled student section for the Braves. It's a good crowd that's filing in for this boys game in between games here in this gym at Chieftain Arena.
Yeah, only about a 20-minute drive.
I mean, Braves fans, they usually travel well anyways, but when you come to watch this 12-0 undefeated Braves squad, it's a good factor as underneath it is good to Jason Jones. And a nice feed underneath. I was able to get it over to him and find him was Jaden Jones.
Yeah, excellent ball movement by the Braves there.
6'6", Luke Brewer passing it to McGuire. Now on the right wing. Three for Luke McRae is no good. Braves have won their 11 straight games by 10 or more points, coming off a 21-point win this Tuesday against Paola as they turned it over for the first time.
Yeah, Luke McCray got a hand in there. Created that turnover.
Here's his older brother, Lachlan. Hands it to Luke, back to Lachlan. 3-ball on the way, no good.
0 for 2.
You know, Lachlan closing in. He's 167 points away from 1,000 career points. So
yeah.
Something we're going to be keeping an eye on for the rest of this season for the Dark Knight. McGuire, no good, but a nice rebound for Lachlan. Gets 2 Braves off their feet, still no foul.
Yeah, block shot.
Nate Farrell got a piece of that one for the Braves, and here they come back up the floor. A 3 on the right wing is good as it falls for Jason Jones.
7-0 run for the Braves.
Jason Jones Jr., the 6'3 senior, named a 5A, Acacia 5A player to watch. Second team All-League honors a season ago. Led the Braves in scoring last year, averaging 16 points a game, and he's got 3 here tonight on that last 3-point bucket. And it's a 7-0 run for Bonner to open up.
They're just daring the Chieftains to shoot threes.
McGuire driving in, had it stripped, taken away by Jason Jones. Euro step, Jones, a little short on the lay-in, coming in and getting the rebound, count the bucket. It's good for younger brother Jaden Jones, picking up his older brother Jason on the miss. And right now, all the points in this game belonging to the Jones brothers. 4 right now for Jaden, pending this free throw. That's going to be on the other side of the break. And 5 for Jason Jones. A 9-0 run for the Braves. First timeout taken by Tongi. We'll step aside.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
So it is free throws coming in here, or just a free throw for Jaden Jones, the sophomore. Had 22 points, 8 rebounds in the 21-point win against Paola 2 nights ago. Finishes the N1 play. 5 points apiece for Jaden Jones and Jason Jones. They have all 10. And the Chieftains, you need an answer here, but they get a turnover instead. Number 4 of the game for Tongi. It's a jump ball. Good job by Luke Brewer getting down on the deck.
Yeah, he saved that possession.
Another chance here for the Chieftains as Owen Seba is back into the game. Usually a every game starter for Coach Simmons. He's been coming off the bench the last couple, coming out of that Tongi Invitational Tournament. His first non-start was against Wichita North. The Chieftains lose that game by 2. I don't know if he got to start against Schlegel or not, but he comes off the bench here against Bonner. Lachlan, near corner. 3 won't go. And already another rebound for Jason Jones Jr. We've called his name out plenty tonight, along with his younger brother Jaden. Here's Prince David Donnell. Can't knock down to 3. A big miss for the Braves. Here comes Luke McRae pushing the tempo up the floor. Throws it away again. And this could be a highlight.
Well, we didn't even get out of the first quarter before we had our first flush.
Jaden Jones looking more like a senior than a sophomore on that flush.
It's scary. He's got 2 more years here.
It's terrifying. Kellen Gruber, turnover number 6 for the Chieftains, and Gruber's going to flush it. And a full timeout taken here for Tongi. This is starting to get out of hand. Back-to-back breakaway flushes. It is 14-0 Bonner, a huge lead. Chieftains looking to regroup.
Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Oh, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Chieftains back out on the floor coming out of that timeout. Already down 14. Braves have had back-to-back turnover, making 3 in a row they've taken now. 7 of the game for the Chieftains. Up in the floor, Jackson Nez gets the lay-in in transition. And it's a 16-0 run now for the Braves. The last 2 buckets in transition were flushes, one for Jaden Jones and a 2-hand flush for Kellen Gruber. As already for second-year head coach Drew Gruber starting to get deep into his bench, making substitutions. That's the Chieftains turn it over again. That is turnover number 8. And we still got 2:53 to go in this first quarter. Bodie Maslak is going to quickly come back in. Luke McRae is going to head out. We knew for the Chiefs, you had to know coming into this, it was going to take a perfect game. Not 8 turnovers within the first quarter. Just under 3 to play and a couple of these other things. But yes, 11 scored. This has been an unreal start, unreal performance for this Brave team.
A takeaway there by the Chieftains, badly needed.
And a lay-in won't go for Bodie Maslak. Quick ball movement in the hands of Gray, coming back near the top. Farrell swinging it to Nez, his 3, too strong. And a rebound taken by Kipton Harder. Nolan McGuire will come in at the next stoppage for the Chieftains. Still looking for their first points, down 16. Lachlan back in the hands of Bodie Maslak. Seba thought about taking the 3, looking for a more open shot. Lachlan wants it, gets it, fires it. Can't knock it down. Rebound taken underneath by Jones. Braves wasting no time getting up the floor in this one. That's a miscue and a turnover. That's only number 2 for the Braves compared to 8 they've been able to take away from the Chieftains. That's just a simple misfire as he was trying to give it back to Jason Jones, who was already making his way back towards the rim instead of staying up near the top in the front court. And you can hear that Bonner student section. They've traveled out in support of their team, and they are staying loud. Siva trying to break this run. He can't do it. Ezekiel Gray, the 6-foot junior, hands it off. Farrell back to Gray. Things have slowed down the last couple of minutes. We close in on the final minute of this first quarter, and another turnover via a travel on Jackson Nez. I'll tell you, Dave, this feels kind of weird because this is for the first time that I can remember here in Chieftain Arena. This has the atmosphere. I feel like we're the visiting team.
Yeah.
Compared to
it's kind of like how the Chiefs Kingdom travel.
Yeah. McGuire, little fadeaway shot, no good. Too strong. Rebound for Nez. The energy is flat in this gym right now for everyone associated with the Chieftains. Looking for a spark. Gray trying to pass out, another turnover. That's now 3 straight for the Braves. And back the other way, that's a goaltend, and that is going to be the call, a goaltend. And the points are going to count for Kipton Harder. And that is how the 16-0 run gets broken up.
Ball still hadn't gone to the hoop.
Hey, but you want to get the points however you're going to get them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think for Kipton, he took that in stride. It was going to go through the net. It was going to go through the hoop. Just that goaltending came in and kept it from doing so. So now David Donnell will get back to Kellen Groover, son of head coach Drew Groover. Reached the over 1,000 career point mark back in the first couple of games this season. It's in his hands right now, under 10 in the game, or in the first quarter at least. Groover, late feed, nice feed inside, and an easy lay-in for Jaden Jones, who will cap off a 9-point first quarter. As the horn sounds, that ball going out of bounds. And we will head to the second quarter. The only points for the Chieftains coming off this goaltend. They're down 18-2, looking to turn it around when we come back for the second.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
18-2 lead for the Braves. We open up this second quarter. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan, and Denny. I think, you know, one of the things is when you kind of hit rock bottom like that in the quarter is that there's really only one direction to go, right?
Going up, baby. Yep.
We saw the Lady Chieftains really turn things around as their game got a little late in the tooth. Maybe the boys could do the same.
Yeah, the Chieftains trying a zone defense now. I think there's only one starter in there for the Braves, and that's Groover.
They got David Donnell. They got majority of them are back out there now. It's just one is loose on the ground, and the Chieftains come away with it. A whistle and a foul against Bonner. And that will be Chieftain basketball. Yeah, I think the only starter out there, non-starter right now, is Jackson Nez. You got Groover. You still got Farrell, David Donnell. Jaden Jones still there.
He went to his bench about halfway through the
He did, and you were right, because it did get to a point where there's only one starter that was out there. As Groover in transition will finish off the glass. Turnover number 9 for the Chieftains. So right now they just have not had an answer. The 2 points coming off the goaltend on Kipton. Harder, still haven't seen one going through the hoop. Right until now, just watch down 3 for Bodie Maslak. See, I was trying to build it up. I'm trying to use the announcer's jinx to my advantage there.
It's good to see that one go down for Bodie.
Just in general, to see one go down right now. You needed that as a team.
Good penetration.
Groover to answer. Can't do it. Good box out by Brewer.
Yep. Start chipping away here, boys.
Lachlan looking for his first points. Little stutter. Lachlan, right-hand floater, no good. Contested defense by David Donnell. Across the court, 3 on the way. Nez is no good. We know for Lachlan, the ball's in his hands right now. Getting more looks from colleges. It looks like he's on a visit next week to Johnson County Community College, home of the Cavaliers. One of our Varsity Sports Live Network channels. So how cool would that be to see Lachlan in the next couple of years and the Cavaliers gold and blue as Bodie Maslak knocks down his second 3-point basket. For the Dark Knight, 167 points away from 1,000 career points at the varsity level. What a milestone, what an accomplishment. So not only are we watching it for him, we're watching it for Alyssa Shonick for the girls team as well, the remainder of this season. Hope both of them can reach that mark and then some. You got still about a solid month guaranteed to play with the final regular season games and in sub-state action, at least for the girls looking pretty much like a lock for Sub-State for this boys team. They sit at number 17. They need to be one of the top 16 to get a Sub-State playoff game. So got to pick up some wins here, get some losses of the teams ahead of you in the 4A East standings to at least earn one additional playoff game. We'll see if they can do it.
They can do it.
3-11 overall, 0-7 in Frontier League play are the Chieftains. As Bodie for the trifecta. No good.
Yeah, they just dared him to shoot there.
And a foul on Brewer in transition, as that was in the hands of Jaden Jones. Contact from behind. That was rapid ball movement there. Farrell getting it out in an instant to Jones. And Jaden Jones will have a chance for a pair. Two free throws for the star sophomore as he knocks down the first attempt. Now with 10 in the game. And 2 for 2 at the line so far. And you think you get one Jones brother, the 6'3" senior is going to be moving on and graduating. You still got 2 more years here with Jaden Jones.
Yeah, that's
just as a sophomore.
Like you said, that's scary.
Second quarter definitely has been more into the favor and the liking of the Chieftains. Trying to close in on his double-digit deficit. Jack Reichman into the game. Rifles a pass to Seba. Makes the extra one to Brewer. He kicks to Bodie. He's had the hot hand from 3, but can't knock down his third. I think that one might have been partially deflected, or he might have got hit on the hand and forearm, and the officials just didn't call it. As a 3 is on the way for Farrell, and it's good. And for the Braves, with all the scoring they've done, that's only their second 3-point basket. First points for Farrell. Brewer goes to work and puts it in.
Need more of that.
Yeah. Farrell. And David Donnell was trying to go to Kellen Gruber. Thought he was more at the wing. He was in the corner instead. It goes right to the Tongi bench. Turnover number 6 of this first half for the Braves. As Jason Jones will check in for his younger brother, Jaden. And the 5 for the Chieftains right now, Harder, Seba, Brewer, McRae, Lachlan McRae that is, and Jack Reichman. Reichman wants to do a double team, passes it to Lachlan, coming near the corner. Now the double team closing in on him. Rifles a pass. Nice feed to Reichman. Just can't finish. Lachlan lost it on the way up, and he is fouled. And 2 free throws on the way for Lachlan McRae. As that pass he rifled to Reichman, that was almost like an Elway pass.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
That was coming in hot.
And watched that documentary on Netflix the other day, Elway.
Oh, do you like that?
It wasn't bad. It was not bad. I learned a lot about John Elway that I didn't know before. First free throw up and good.
He was also drafted by the Yankees as a pitcher.
And was drafted by the Kansas City Royals initially. And by the Yankees, played a year of baseball for the Yankees in their system and decided football was going to be more for him. Didn't want to play for the Baltimore Colts and then worked the trade, or the trade got worked to Denver, and
the rest is history.
He broke many Chiefs' hearts, won 2 Super Bowls at the end, back-to-back before retiring. Yeah. I always knew the late portion of John Elway. I didn't know much about the early portion of John. So I was pleasantly surprised to learn more.
Played for Stanford.
Yeah, he did. Cruz passing out. Gruber, just another case of miscommunication for the Braves. And yeah, all right, look at it this way. So we closed out that first quarter. It was, 16-2?
Yeah.
Was this 18-2, something like that? I mean, now you're looking at it's a 12-point ball game right now.
Yeah.
The Braves are kind of playing a little sloppy, maybe kind of settling
complacent.
into a rut.
Yeah,
a little complacent. That's exactly it.
complacent.
So now you're thinking for the Chieftains, you get some quick buckets here. You get it under 10, maybe some momentum coming your way. you never say never.
Nope.
But this is a game right now.
Nice move.
As Siva just can't finish, but a nice move indeed.
Nice spin. Yeah, put the spin cycle on there.
But now for the Braves, you feel like you got to start answering with some points. As you could just slowly start to feel the Chieftains starting to get their bearings in this game. Maybe starting to get back into it. I know they're still down 12, plenty of work to be done, I know, but
a lot better than it was.
The feeling that's in this gym and on this team now than what it was at the end of the first quarter, completely different.
Yep.
Groover with a 3. Good contest for Siva, but it doesn't matter. Splash down for Kellen Groover. He's got 7. And for Siva, I don't know. You can tell Owen much more to do there on defense. Those hand in the face and everything. This splash down for Kellen Groover as Lachlan hits a nice little fadeaway. And Lachlan's got his first field goal of the game and 4 points. Inside and open for Dion Cruz.
It's too easy. They're in a zone defense there. There's no weak side help at all.
Older brother Tavian Cruz here somewhere in the gym. Former
I saw him
Brave
in the hallway. I talked to him.
Current Johnson County Cavalier here watching his younger brother play. Siva inside, denied, but gets his own miss and puts it in.
There you go.
So despite the block for Kellen Groover, enough for Siva to get the collection of it. And Owen has his first bucket of the night. Step back 3 for Farrell is good. And now I think you can feel the Braves are starting to.
They say, okay.
They're starting to get back in it a little bit.
That's enough.
Brewer near the elbow, passing back out. Reichman, Siva, 3 on the far side, rattles out. Another rebound for Groover as he brings it across the timeline about 60 seconds before halftime. And a game that has been all Bonner. Inside, Cruz catch and shoot, but he leaves it short. Had the space, just couldn't get the finish. Brewer on the board. Final pair of possessions perhaps for the Chieftains as Siva, underhand shovel, trying to go to Brewer. It's deflected. Turnover number 10 for Tomge. And a flush, the third of the first half. That one for Jason Jones, and he got a little airtime on that one.
He did.
What did I say about the Braves being complacent?
Yeah, they woke up.
They've exploded that lead back up to 18. Now another takeaway and a foul on Lachlan as he tried to close in on Farrell.
That was going to be another dunk probably.
This is something, I mean, when I was in high school, and I know this was coming up on 10 plus years ago, but if you saw someone dunk in a high school game, it felt like it was just like it was an oddity. Like at this 4A level, it was an oddity. And even at the 5A level, but now, I mean, you see teams like the Braves and a couple of these other just tremendous athletes, and now you kind of see them like dunking in pregame warm-ups like it's almost nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, we got Roman Holthouse.
Yeah, he's one of them. I know.
He can flush it.
Final seconds. Groover puts up a 3 at the horn, and it's no good. Put back no good either underneath by David Donnell. And a first half filled with explosion of offense, some highlight-worthy flushes, comes to an end, and the Braves an 18-point lead. As we'll be back with the Whitebirds Property Halftime Show coming up here in a little bit.
Have you heard of Genesis Schools? Teaching students in preschool through 5th grade in Tonganoxie, Genesis offers smaller class sizes, individualized instruction, and a Christian worldview. Their mission is to exalt Christ by teaching and reinforcing biblical truths while producing well-rounded, educated young people who are equipped to serve God and others. For enrollment and tuition information, call 913-845-9498 or online at genesisschools.org.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Look, man, the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. Their team is ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit their location today at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007 to speak with one of their agents today. A halftime score, 34-16, Braves, an 18-point lead over the Chieftains here in our boys game. We run through the point totals real quick. Luke Brewer and Kipton Harder each with 2 points for Tongi, 6 for Bodie Mazak, leading the scoring. He was responsible for a 6-0 run, the largest run in that first half for the Chieftains on back-to-back three-point basket, shooting 2 of 4 from downtown. 4 points for Lachlan McRae, a quiet first half for him, and 2 for Owen Seba. And for the Braves, you got Jackson Nez with 2, Dion Cruz with 2, 10 points. Leading the way is Jaden Jones, 6 for Nathaniel Farrell, 7 for Jason Jones Jr., and 7 for Kellen Brewer. The Braves finished the first half going 14-25 from the field, 56% compared to 6-23, 26% for the Chieftains, 36% downtown for Bonner, 4 of 11, 16.7, 2 of 12 for the Chieftains. Tongi has been better from the line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and 2 of 3 for the Braves. You'll take your wins wherever you can get them after a first half like that as we get into some of these deeper stats. And let's get the obvious out of the way. You start out 18-2 after the first quarter. That is not good. You played better in the second quarter. It was 16-14. You still had 2 less points than Bonner did. But I had mentioned that there was a point where you were within 12, and it was like the Braves were turning the ball over. They were playing sloppy. Chieftains were still trying to hustle and play. And it was like, hey, this could be a moment in this game where maybe Tongi gets themselves back into this one. And then Bonner kind of woke up, get some of the starters back out there. They crisped up on their three-point shooting, knocked a couple of those down. Now they lead by 18 points. But, you know, again, this was going to be a game. We knew it had to be perfect for Tongi. It's been anything but. And now they're down here at halftime, down 18.
Yeah, the biggest stat for me, partner, was the blitz that Bonner Springs put on the Braves, or put on the Chieftains. It was a 20-1 run to start the game. So That's about all the statistics you need to hear.
Yeah.
Everything else is, what you expect. Points off turnovers, 15 for Bonner Springs, only 4 for Tongi. So when you turn the ball over 10 times in the first half and you give up a plus 11 to your opponent, that's not good.
Yeah,
and the rebounds are really closer than I thought they would be. It's within 4, 16 to 12.
Yep.
But the offensive rebounds are really even. I thought Bonner had more offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and plus 1 for the Chieftains there, 3 and 2 in the offensive rebound margin. 16-12 plus 4 in favor of the Braves. But
the bright side for the Chieftains is they played Bonner Springs pretty close in that second quarter.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can come out and put together 2 more quarters.
And those turnovers, I mean, you were turning the ball over almost every time you touched it in that first quarter. You had 8 turnovers forced by the Braves in that first half. A lot of those coming pretty much, if not all, in that second quarter.
Yeah.
It's still there potentially. If the Chieftains can come out, find a way to go on a big run, they're going to need a double-digit run, get themselves back into this one, and then we'll just see. But right now, in control from the opening tip, and it's just stayed that way through the first 2 quarters for the Braves. They'll come out in the third as they'll open up with an 18-point lead. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. Second half action is coming up next.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutionsks.com for more information.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Closing out, final thoughts here. White Birch Properties Realty Executives Halftime Show. It's an 18-point lead for the Braves as we open up this third quarter of action. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan. And really, I think for the key to victory in the second half, Denny, it's just you got to, everything you did in the first half, especially that first quarter, do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I think really.
Yeah, build on that second quarter momentum you had.
You were taking better care of the basketball in the second quarter. That boded well for you. You were forcing more turnovers off the Braves. They had a couple of kind of mental errors too. Some passes to where there was nobody there. A couple of things like that definitely went your way. But you find a way to bottle up what you had in the second quarter. Keep it going for these next two. Maybe close out this game strong and force the Braves, who maybe they thought by halftime running clock was going to be on and the starters would be done. But instead, if you force them to just finish this game out, play this remaining 16 minutes, we'll see what happens. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the world of sport. Maybe we got another one brewing here. We'll see. As McGuire will start with the three, and it's good.
That's a good way to start right there.
Took the words right out of my mouth there. Couldn't ask for a whole lot of a better start than that.
Chiefs is still staying in that zone.
On the way, straight away, look no good. Kellen Groover on the rebound and a foul against Lachlan. Another offensive board here for the Braves. That is their third offensive rebound in the game. Again, it's been very close to that margin. Both teams now with 3 offensive rebounds, and Kellen Groover a chance to get points at the line. His first trip tonight at 24 points in the win Tuesday against Paola, and he's got right now with that made free throw, he's got 8.
Yeah. Another offensive rebound.
Jason Jones that tracked that one down. The starting 5 still out here for the Braves as Farrell's up top. David Donnell, quick pass to Groover. Back to David Donnell. Zone defense closing in for the Chieftains. Under 20 on the shot clock. Braves continue to pass it around. An open 3 for Groover, but he can't knock it down. And a rebound eventually controlled by Nolan McGuire.
There you go. Take care of the ball.
Splits it in. Luke McRae had it, lost it. Knocked out of bounds, last off of Bonner. As their coaching staff trying to plead that it should be Bonner basketball.
They're not going to win the argument.
See if the Chieftains can make this chance hurt.
Ooh, that was almost stolen.
Lachlan, 3, set up on the screen for McGuire, but he can't knock it down. That was a solid thud we heard on that screen, picking up not 1 but 2 Brave defenders there for Nolan.
Oh, there you go.
Out of bounds and Chieftain basketball. So that's another prime example. I feel like almost half of these turnovers now, that's number 9 in the ball game, but over half of them I feel like it's been the Braves. They kind of get this ball movement going where you're not even thinking, you're just passing it along, and no one's been at that spot where they've been passing to.
I guess he didn't see the player cut to the basket.
I guess not. Brewer out to Maslak. He had 2 threes in the first half. Can't get one here. As Luke McRae gets tossed down to the ground. Nate Farrell with the rebound. Coming up the floor are the Braves. Kellen Groover, another 3. That's no good, but another offensive board. But an offensive foul is actually going to be the call. Are they going to get that on Farrell? Or are they going to get that on David Donnell? It will be against David Donnell for his first.
He's pleading his case to deaf ears. Oh, dangerous pass right there.
Lachlan getting tangled up underneath. Ball on the deck. And diving out for it is Farrell. And Luke McRae getting the short end of that stick as he's going to get the foul as well. Jackson Nez, a senior, checking in for Bonner. Jason Jones will head out. Driving a kick, Nez fresh into the ball game. Can't knock down the 3. Had a good look as Seba gets the rebound over Jaden Jones. More whistles and a foul again. It's going to go against the Braves, and that's going to be quickly number 2 on David Donnell.
Donnell, his second.
That Chieftains zone kind of has Bonner Springs out of the rhythm.
A little bit. Catch and shoot 3. McGuire, no hesitation. That's the second from downtown of this half of this quarter for Nolan McGuire. And the Chieftains are within 13. Inside, multiple Chieftain defenders. Brewer getting a piece of that. Eventually comes away with it, but Kellen Groover up and under. Oh, wow.
Acrobatic play there by Kellen.
To say the least. McGuire, step back. No good, off the heel.
He's feeling it, though.
Letting them rip. Chieftains going to need a lot more of these three-point baskets, trying to close this gap. Had it within 13. They had the rebound and the stop. I feel like the momentum was going to start building, and then Kellen Groover just takes the steal and an acrobatic finish, kind of taking the wind out of the sails. As another one that nearly gets thrown away for Bonner. David Donnell, the man to save it. It's in his hands right now. Skips it to Groover on the cut. Extra pass inside and an open look to Jaden Jones, who's got 12 now.
Good ball movement.
Very crisp, very efficient. This is a fundamentally sound Bonner team, to say the least, minus the turnovers. It's spiking up for him tonight. Noel McGuire is having himself a third quarter right now. All 9 coming in this third quarter for him.
That was a good find there by Lachlan.
Or 8, I should say. Not quite 9 yet. Inside, Nez met and
jump ball.
Jump ball. Oh. So fans looking around, asking for the travel, but I guess they're going to say Nez didn't fully leave the ground with both of his feet. It's a jump ball. It keeps it here with the Braves as both teams make substitutions. I don't know, did he?
I'm not sure. I don't think the referee knew what to call there, so when in doubt, call a jump ball.
Well, ball don't lie. Here come the Chieftains back the other way with it. Lachlan slowing things down. Crossing up on Groover. McGuire can't keep the hot hand. Continuing the force feed, McGuire's mentioned all 8 of his points coming in this third quarter, but can't knock down that last 3. Had a good look. Would have brought the Chieftains within 12. Instead, it's back the other way. Jones gets his own miss and puts it back in. Braves just continue to keep pace with Tongi to keep him in this double-digit deficit. Seba, nice feed inside to Reichman. 3 defenders around him to Hardman. Or to Harder. It's on the deck and taken away by Jackson Nez. Coach Simmons again wanted to travel, but not going to get a call. Jones inside again with the right hand. Taps it in. Jaden Jones, what a beast, man.
Yeah, that's a mismatch for him in the paint.
At least 5 more games against him. 1 more this year and then 2 more for the next 2 years. As he'll close out his junior and senior campaigns. Now Harder going to pick up the foul, his first, trying to hustle for that ball. Cody Maslak in. Lachlan McRae is going to check out. And for Lachlan right now, scoreless in this third quarter. He has 4 points in the game, and he had a season-low 11 scored a couple of Fridays ago here at home against Spring Hill. He's on pace right now for a new season low. It'd be his first time scoring less than 10 points this season if it happens.
Oh, too far under the basket, but nice ball movement.
Dwyer stops at the elbow, pivots to his right, finds Reichman near the free throw line, skipping it near side to Harder. Gets it, taking Groover down to the ground, and the Chieftains will throw it away. As you saw Nolan kind of slamming the court there out of frustration. Braves knocking on the door of a 20-point lead. Good if it goes for 3. Groover gets another offensive board. They got him for over the back.
Yeah, it looked like a push in the back.
Second foul of the game for the 6'2 senior, Kellen Groover. Followed his dad over here to Bonner. Was at Chapman High School before this. Coach Drew Groover, former head coach of the girls Chapman squad. Led Bonner last year to the state tournament for the first time since 2019. Seba is able to knock down that little fadeaway shot. Coach Groover, that's usually what he does. He's taken all of his teams he's coached for. Liberal and Winfield are their boys team. They've been to the state tournaments. The girls team at Chapman, and now the boys team here at Bonner Springs. And it looks like they could be on their way to the tournament again this year, Dave.
Yeah, I think you're probably correct there.
Another flush for Jason Jones. This rim is still shaking on that end of the floor. Meanwhile, on the deck, did we get a timeout for Tongi first? We did. And a timeout will be spent here for Coach Simmons and company.
Save that possession.
Never hurts to do that. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with you on the floor.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
For the Chieftains, just 2 timeouts remaining. Bonner still with all 5. Good spent time out there for Coach Simmons. Keeps the ball in control for the Chieftains and that possession arrow in their back pocket as well. As Lachlan McRae is back in. Inbounds it to Luke Brewer with a nice finish inside.
Nice play set up there by Coach on the timeout.
4 points tonight for Luke Brewer, and none easier than he's going to get than those 2 right there. Final seconds, about 30 or so in this third quarter. Lead is 17 for the Braves, 20 with this 3 pending, and it is good for Nate Farrell. And his 3rd from downtown. He's got 9 in the ball game, and that one, as soon as they left his hands, looked like it was nothing but pure money.
Yep. Looked good when he let it go. Chieftains are going to hold the ball for the last shot.
Clock at 5. Lachlan puts it up and draws the foul, and Lachlan McRae with 1.7 in the third is going to go to the line for 2.
Foul on Donnell, his 3rd. McRae at the line.
3rd foul of the game for the 5'10 junior Prince David Donnell for the Braves. Lachlan shoots 79% from the line, 44 of 56 on the season, and his first one rattles in. Now 3 of 3 right now from the line. Keisha 4A player to watch for this season, and in real danger of seeing his double-figure streak of the season end. He's had 10 or more in all 14 games played coming into tonight. He's now got 6, so he's not far away from keeping it going. Just needs a couple of buckets or a couple more trips on the line in the 4th to keep that streak alive to 15. And the lead after 3 is still 18, 48-30. Bonner Springs looking to close it out on the other side.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Start of the 4th quarter, 48-30. Braves an 18-point lead. Their second 18-point lead of the game. Luke McRae, straightaway three does not go. Chieftains started the third quarter with a made three from Nolan McGuire, but can't do it here for Luke McRae to open up action in the fourth. Extra pass from Groover as he finds Cruz, trying to rifle it inside, maybe a forced pass, trying to go to the sophomore Jaden Jones underneath.
There really wasn't a window there.
Reichman driving a kick to Bodie Maslak. He has a pair of three-pointers in this game as well. Finds its way back to Reichman on the far side. Lachlan sitting at 6 points. Needs 4 to keep that double-figure streak alive as they try to go to Brewer underneath. He falls to his backside. Numbers for the Braves, and it's Jaden Jones who's going to finish with 2. 18 points tonight for the sophomore Jaden Jones. Lachlan backing down Groover, trying to get space, just short. Here's Farrell, zips it in again, trying to go down low to Jaden Jones, and it ends in another turnover for the Braves. So with how dominant they've been in this game, look at that turnovers. They're getting close to 20 on the game as Farrell will just take this one away. And another. Well, compared to what we've seen tonight, that's a baby flush.
That's a baby flush. But a flush nonetheless.
A flush nonetheless, but that's a baby flush, no doubt for.
Oh, that's from your point guard, though.
Hey, look, I'm not. Hey, a flush is a flush. You're right, but we've seen some real rim rattlers and some airtime. Not quite there in the cards for Farrell, but probably not in his everyday repertoire as well. Full timeout, 52-30. Bonner Springs with the lead.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Final seconds of this timeout. One more quick look of what we got coming up here. Back at it tomorrow at KC Turner. Next Wednesday, a girls wrestling duel at home against Holton. Back on the road next Friday. We'll see this Bonner Springs Braves team again coming up in 8 days. And then that following Wednesday, February 11th, another wrestling duel, the boys duel here at home against Mid-Buchanan High School over on the Missouri side. Check out the full winter schedule at varsitysportslive.com as Luke Brewer finds his third bucket of the night. He's got 6. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here closing out the final 6 minutes of this contest. And the Braves have had control since they outscored Tongi 18-2 in the first quarter. The turnovers continue to be a problem, but again, with such a large lead that they built out to, it really hasn't been a problem as far as threatening.
They're going to have to clean that up if they're going to go on a deep run.
No doubt about it.
Though.
And that's exactly what Coach Groover is thinking about. Head Coach Drew Groover, assistants Jeffrey Evans, John Reed, and Anthony Davis. They know the win is here tonight, but they're thinking about in March. And when you get to those 5A subs, it's so many great teams in 5A too.
Oh yeah.
That if you come out and if you have 18 to 20 turnovers in a ball game,
you're probably
a playoff
lose that game.
Exactly. So these are the kind of games you want to try to, if it's going to happen in a game like this, but you got to find a way to retool on that as Lachlan and Luke kind of collide with one another. Everyone getting up okay, and a lob leaves it short for Jones. And I think for Jones, when he was on the baseline, that ball touched him, and it's out of bounds.
Another turnover.
Live partner in the game for Tongi.
So that's turnover number 18 is what I got.
That's a lot.
Yeah, not the official scorekeeper, but usually pretty close.
You know, part of the reason that Lachlan's been held below his normal scoring average is Kellen Groover's been on him quite a bit tonight.
Yeah. No doubt about it. He's got David Donnell on him right now. Hands to Sieve on a little end around, harder.
Yeah,
picks up his
Braves are switching.
And Lachlan just losing his footing, and that little sequence right there, that could just kind of help sum up the night it has been tonight for the Chieftains. Tripping up on some moisture, going down to the ground. I'll give Lachlan credit. He kept his dribble all the way through. He didn't travel with it, but going out of bounds, just not a teammate around to help pick that ball up, prevent the turnover. We have a 20-point lead for the Braves.
They almost threw it away again.
David Donnell, nice feed. Jaden Jones got Scoot more. Part of a 20-point performance for Jaden Jones, leading all scorers. He has showed up to play tonight.
Yeah, that was a good assist by Donnell, too.
Herder with a 3-ball. Able to knock that one over Ezekiel Gray. And now we're going to have a stoppage. And that was the exact spot right around that area where Lachlan was kind of slipping and losing his footing. And now they're going to stop play. And where's the towel boy? Where's the mop man?
Yeah,
Need somebody.
The mop guy?
Okay, scuff it up with our shoes. All good. I'm so used at the JUCO level, you usually got somebody out there with a towel wand that comes out to puts it down. I don't know if that's the official term for, you see them all the time when you're watching a KU game, the guys that got the big round towel things. And I call them towel wands because it just sounds great. How would you like to be the towel wand guy for a game at Allen Fieldhouse? That'd be fun. Another lob attempt, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was going to be a...
So now you're turning the ball over, trying to be a little flashy. And that could be very frustrating, of course, for a head coach or for a team. Coach Gruber, cool, calm, collected on the outside, enjoying his team. It was Herder, just a little too far underneath the brim.
He was. He knew he had to get it up quick because the defense was collapsing.
Had Jaden Jones in the area. It was in his hands. Gray now hands to David Donnell. Farrell blows right by Seba, cuts it back in the middle.
Yeah, that was nice.
Like a flash, Nate Farrell. He's got 13. Lachlan at the elbow is good.
What's that give McCray?
He's got 8. He's just
Need another
bucket
bucket
away. That's it. Gray will take the 3, can't knock it down. Harder with the board. Here come the Chieftains back the other way. Lachlan getting up and ahead. He has McGuire in his sights. Passes up near the top. Luke Brewer a 3. Yes, sir. Show off the range, big fella.
That give him 9?
He's got 9. They got a timeout. So another quick look at this Luke Brewer replay. And the 3-ball. How about that? Highlight worthy play there. First 3-ball made this season by Luke Brewer. No better time for it. It's a full timeout taken by Tongi. 3:02 to go in the ball game. Down 16 as we step aside.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
To try to close out the final 3 minutes of this game strong, down 16. They've been down by as many as 20. Gonna fight here to the very end, still bringing out this full court pressure.
Yeah, there's no quit in them.
Now we'll retreat back, so not fully committing the full court pressure. We saw in the girls' game, the Lady Chieftains, they were down 10 in the second half, completed the comeback, which at the end of the game on an 11-1, 11-3 run. Comes back, beat the Braves by 2, 37-35. Win number 10 of the season for Coach Eckert and the girls' squad. And it looks like right now, barring a very chaotic final 2:30 of this fourth quarter, the Braves are at least going to split the doubleheader tonight with the Chieftains, with the boys getting the win, the girls being handed the loss. These two teams are going to see each other again in 8 days, next Friday night, at Bonner Springs High School. back at the, you can call it the Y, I guess. It always,
Yeah.
It's so funny. How many high schools do we go to that also kind of are in conjunction with the YMCA?
Yeah, not very many.
Not very many.
Fouls on the third.
I think they try to get it called the TP is what I think they tried to
The
call
what?
it. The TP.
Oh,
That's
the
what I think
TP,
they
yeah.
tried to get it called, or at least I saw that on one of the social media accounts. So I don't know. Lachlan will head out of the game.
It's a nice facility.
It is a nice facility for sure. As Lachlan will exit, he's got 8 points tonight, so he'll be expected. He's not going to be put back in. It's going to be his first time this season scoring 10 or less points with 8 as Gruber inside just going through multiple Chieftain defenders, and Kellen Gruber's got 12. As this good portion of the starters are still out there, with the exception of Jackson Nez and Ezekiel Gray. Still out on the floor for Coach Gruber and this Brave team. Lead by 20, now back down to 17 as Kipton knocks down that three-point bucket. What a dominant game it has been for Jaden Jones. 24 points. Under 90 seconds to go in the game. A little nifty pass there from Luke McCray. It finds its way into the hands of Kipton Harder, who can't go back-to-back from downtown range. Gray now to David Donnell, under a minute to go. Gruber thought about it, hands back to David Donnell once more. 15 on the shot clock. Gruber will take the three, and he'll knock it down.
From NBA range.
You can tell he practices that in warm-ups, don't you?
Yeah.
Luke McCray to answer. Won't go. Gruber on the board. Shot clock is off. A whistle and a foul will come in here against the Chieftains and Luke McCray, and that is going to be about all she wrote in this one tonight. Braves set the tempo with an 18-2 first quarter scoring output. Chieftains really, from that point on, they were just on the ropes, weren't able to
Played
come
much
back.
better, though.
Much better. Score was 16-14 at the end of the second quarter. Still showed effort here all throughout the second half. They're going to come up short. So the Chieftains will fall to 3-12, 0-8 in Frontier League play, and the streak goes on for the Braves, now 13-0. And we'll go to 7-0 in league play. And as the student section for the Braves starts to make some noise as the final horn sounds. 65-43 is your final score in this one. We're going to take a quick break, come back, give you some final stats, numbers, announce our County Road Brave player of the game, and wrap it up here on a Thursday night from inside Chieftain Arena.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Taking it easy as we wrap it up here tonight. Brothers Market post-game show. Check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family, is the final score, 65-43. The Braves and the boys team takes the win. The girls team for Tonganoxie takes the win in their game, 37-35. A doubleheader split between Tonganoxie and Bonner here tonight. Quick point totals, just looking across the board right now. 24 points leading all scorers, Jaden Jones. What a night he had tonight. 2 for Dion Cruz, 2 for Jackson Nez, 13 for Nathaniel Farrell, 9 for Jason Jones, 15 for Kellen Gruber, as the Braves finish shooting 55% from the field, 29% from 3, and 60% from the free throw line. For the Chieftains, you had Luke Brewer with 9 points. First time scoring 9 or more points since week 1, the very first game here at home against Lewisburg. He has 9 tonight, 4 rebounds to go with that as well. 8 for for Kipton Harder, 8 for Nolan McGuire, 8 for Lachlan McRae, a season low for him, 6 for Bodie Maslak, and 4 for Owen Seaman. Tongi finishes shooting 36% from the field, 27 from 3, and a perfect 4 for 4, 100% from the free throw line. And again, Denny, it's really hard to come back and try to make a game competitive when you finish the first quarter 18-2, but the Chieftains gave it their best bout. They showed great hustle in the second and the third quarter, but at the end of the night, I think everybody knew the better team in this one tonight just did what the better team does, and they won big.
Right, but here's one thing to look at, partner. That first quarter was an anomaly. You're down. You only scored 2 points in that first quarter. Quarter 2, they were within 2 of Bonner Springs. Quarter 3 was even with Bonner Springs, and quarter 4 they were within 4.
And there was really not at any point where the Braves might have had to called off the dogs and kind of had the back end of their bench. And really, that was like the back half of the first quarter, really into the second. The second half, the starters, or at least 3 starters, were out on the floor for the entirety of that second half. So you can't look at it and say, oh well, it was a closer game because there was no one in there for the Braves. That's not the case.
Yeah, and here's the big stat for me anyway.
Yeah,
is the turnovers were only 16-18. Tongi turned it over 2 more times, but points off turnovers, Tongi was only able to convert 4, and Bonner Springs had 25.
Wow, that is
the difference.
Incredible margin. This game ends tonight. Braves win big, 65-43. We will see them coming up in 8 days at Bonner Springs High School. A rematch with the Braves and the Chieftains. But next game, tomorrow night, on the road at KC Turner. We will have that game for you guys.
Right.
Girls game expected to start at 6 p.m., followed by the boys at 7:30. We'll have that doubleheader for you live from Turner High School, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home for Chieftain Athletics. We will see you all then. You've been watching Chieftain Basketball tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.